Good evening, and welcome to another episode of Monster of the Week. I am your host, Kelly McLaughlin, as the Keeper of Stories and Secrets. And we are joined today by some of our very close friends.
Jill Donitis playing Addie Truman.
Hey, I'm Mitchell Roberts, back again. Thanks for having me. I'm playing Jasper Cunningham.
And I'm Joel Gorman playing Steve Miami Ashcroft.
Awesome. So we are going to be joining these three characters on a brand new adventure tonight. Before we get into that, I do want to mention our sponsor tonight, Nerdarchy, who has their new, they have their Kickstarter, their first ever Kickstarter up for out-of-the-box encounters. So if you are a DM looking for some awesome encounters to throw into your D&D game, you can definitely check out their Kickstarter. We're going to have links below for that. They only have 4 days left on their Kickstarter, so make sure to get in while it's available. So thank you, Nerdarchy, for making this all possible. So... you guys introduced yourself, but what characters are you playing? You said it?
Addie Truman playing the Wronged.
The Wronged. And what's the Wronged all about?
The Wronged is something happened to maybe one of my loved ones. So with me specifically, it's like my brother got, we think, abducted by a ghost. He kind of disappeared one day, and he was telling me about how he was like paranoid about things happening and kind of describing like a haunting. So we don't know what happened. And for a long time, I was a non-believer until our last encounter with that big nasty ghost. And well, I'm a believer now. So yeah, I'm the Wronged.
Jasper, what are you playing?
I play the Flake. So that's like, you kind of get it from the title. But everything's connected, and I have I'm like psychic-ish, or at least that's what I try to get money for.
Psychic-ish, I like
psychic-ish,
that. And Steve
Miami Ashcroft, the fearless leader. I playing the expert. More like knowledge is power, familiar with monsters. I've been studying them my whole life. I have like 13 Wikipedia pages, over 100 original references on other accredited. I have a blog if you want to check it out. I don't update it frequently though.
Good.
It's on
impressive.
What's a blog website like live?
Blog.com.
Tumblr.
Is that
like WordPress?
WordPress, yeah. It's a WordPress. That's how you know it's legit. We just said the word.
And we do have our live stream that we do.
We do our YouTube live stream.
Webisodes.
There people can check out. And people are all making fun of us, too. They're saying it's all fake.
What do you call yourselves?
They weren't there.
Oh, gosh. What do we call ourselves?
Truman, what's our name?
I'll get back to you on that.
Forget if we call
all right.
Something.
Either way, it's been a few months since the incident at the house.
What happened?
You guys all went to do one of your fake investigations, and it turned out that the ghosts were real. And so you guys had to solve a mystery involving a husband and wife who had died in that house. And you had to uncover the truth about her burial in the basement, dig up the bones, and move them outside of the house in order to save her soul and vanquish the ghosts.
Saving most of the family.
Yeah, we saved, I think, over 50% of the family.
You did save
everybody
for the record.
who wasn't a jerk.
Family.
Yeah.
Good, yeah.
And the dog was fine.
Yeah.
Did they have a dog?
Yeah.
Sure, and it was fine.
It was at their parent. It was at the other house.
Yeah, it was away. It was on vacation.
Vacation dogs.
So it's been a few months, and you guys have actually seen a lot of success with your channel. After news reports were released officially of the case that occurred at that house, some people are still skeptical, but your views skyrocketed. And you started to get hired for more real jobs. And what you actually started to notice, you actually have dealt with like 3 to 5 other ghost encounters that proved to be real in the last couple months. It's odd. The FBI, for some reason in Canada, and we're not going to worry about that.
Ghosts have no jurisdiction.
Yeah.
Ooh, nice.
Guys.
That's good.
So they've been kind of helping you. They've been helping you find these real missions. And other than that, though, what have you guys been up to separately? Like, what I'm going to go through each of you, and you can tell me what has your character been up to in the last couple months.
Oh gosh, Truman has been really refining her video techniques when it comes to like trying to now, I guess, portray that ghosts are real. I think before she was coming from a lens of like, oh yeah, whatever, skeptical. And then now that we're coming up with like real things. Oh, by the way, we're the Pure Logic Ectoplasmic Truth Team, or PLET.
Plet.
Yeah.
Of course.
How
did we forget that?
I know, right? So PLET has been pretty busy. Like, so I've been like trying to do more social media and like do more research and really kind of like play up the like, hey, ghosts are real kind of thing. But then I've also been like doing a little bit of behind the scenes research on ghosts specifically. Now that I'm like, I know they're real, I want to find out where my brother went. So I want to like get more information about it. I've been doing research. I've been reading Steve's blog, actually. Even contributing to it.
I have at least 3 pages on ghosts.
Yeah.
Whoa.
So I've been like getting myself, and I've been gearing up. Like my at my house, my shed is just full of like stakes and like axes and silver, and I learned how to make bullets myself. Whoa. Yeah, I'm really into this because
pretty rad.
I'm not gonna get caught unawares anymore.
Yeah.
So yeah, my shed is full of probably illegal items.
Do you have like tutorial videos on how to make the bullets?
Not yet, no.
Okay, that's a good idea. You gotta expand.
Yeah. Gosh.
So,
expand.
Addie, you're working away in your shed, making some bullets and some stakes when you hear a honk in your front yard.
Oh gosh. I take off the goggles. Because you got an eye protection. Yeah. And I take off the gloves and I rub the dirt and whatever off my face and I go take a look.
There is a black car out front of your house with an agent standing outside. And as you look out, they nod at you. This has happened to you a few times before. It means that there's a new mission and they want you to come immediately.
Do I have time to pack a bag?
The agent looks down at his watch and looks up at you and goes,
I run to the shed. I'm not even packing clothes. I literally start to stuff in all the things that I've been making. And like everything off the walls into this like duffel bag. And I put it on my shoulder. I'm like, ready.
Good, get in.
Okay.
Jasper.
All right.
What are you up to?
I've been doing a lot of freelance work, trying to get our names out there, starting my own company. So I now have my 1-800 number where people can call to get lotto numbers. I can tell them if their spouse or partner's cheating on them or not. Or, stuff along those lines. What horse should I bet on? You give me a call. You can look me up on the web, 1-800 psych for you. That should be around the right amount of numbers. But it's not all selfish because all of the proceeds of that actually go towards paying off student debt for kids who go to my university, Psych U, where they can learn the skills to be psychic like me.
So, one day.
Yes, is that the right amount?
Hold on.
It might have to be.
So as you are finishing up one of your classes at the university, you walk outside of your school, and there's a black car and an agent standing in front of it, and they nod at you.
See, kids, I knew they were coming. I grab my go bag, and I go, let's get this over with. I got class in a couple of days. And then I follow them.
I thought you were going to say, like, class dismissed.
And then I say, no, it's too late. That would have been way better. Dang it. That would have been way better.
You get in the car, and as the window's rolling up, you turn and you go, class, and then it closes.
And the kids are watching through the window, waiting. They're like, "Where's he going?"
Like
just
your
left.
next class shows up, and they're like, "Sir, what are we supposed to?" And then the car pulls away.
Yeah.
Steve,
I
what
try
are
to
you?
send them the message. Go home.
You send a mass text.
Yeah.
What are you up to, Steve?
I'm working on my old car, so I'm in the garage, and I'm doing some fine tuning.
It's a lot of work.
It's a lot of work. I'm using all of our increased revenue, pouring it back into the company. So, like getting an AM/FM radio. Sometimes I just go to the Denny's to try to get recognized, to see if anyone notices me. And I do a lot of
That's my move.
this on the beach, hoping, and keeping the blog up. Really got my hands dirty, so I'm under the hood. I'm on like one of those back roller things. I don't know about cars, so don't. I know that there's one of those things you can roll on your back, and I'm like working underneath the car,
And that's when you hear it.
and then I do the slide out, and I wipe my hands, and then I grab I have a drink. It's a chocolate milk. It's really hot. It's really hot. Like I should have. I left it out for most of the afternoon.
The agent looks down at you and goes, "Milk, interesting choice.
Thanks.
They want you to bring the car. Can it drive?"
And then I stand up and I go, and I do like the hood thing, because there's a hood thing. Cars, I know cars, and that I go, let's roll.
And you hop in your car and you
And
follow.
it doesn't start. It doesn't start at first. It's like,
And he looks down at his watch and looks at you and goes,
that's his move.
"Yeah."
Oh yeah, here we go.
So the three of you,
I'm not good at car noises either. Thanks, Truman.
You're welcome.
the three of you end up in being led into a building, into a small room where there's several agents standing there, and you recognize the one agent. You've met with her a few times. She's actually the one who gives you most of your missions. Her name is Agent Quinn, and she's standing there looking over some notes. And as you walk in, she stands up. She says, "Thank you all for joining me today. Not that you had a choice, I guess, but thanks anyway. Are you ready for your next mission?"
Always.
You know
And I
it.
dump my duffel bag down.
Excellent. This one's a little bit interesting. It's a little bit outside of the box of what we've been sending you on.
Of ghosts. Outside of the box of ghosts.
It's out of the box of ghosts, but it might relate, and we're starting to put a few things together. There's a research facility up in Alaska that's gone dark. They were researching some interesting findings up in the oil fields, and something was uncovered. We don't know much else about what was uncovered, but they found something. What's interesting is that around the time that they found this is around the time that ghosts in the area surrounding Alaska spiked, and it's been spreading outwards. About a month ago, we lost all communication with their facility. They've been researching their findings, and we've been trying to get more information on it. They've been a little dodgy, but then we've got nothing. And the last communication that was sent was a coded transmission that was being sent to a Dr. Zed. It's the only name we have.
The ED or the letter Z?
Just the letter Z.
That's cool.
Or Z, depending where you're watching from. And it seems that they've uncovered an organism of some sort, similar to one that Dr. Zed had uncovered several years ago. They asked him to bring the organism with him to their research facility, and he is on a plane that is leaving tonight. We've managed to get you guys onto that same plane. We have 3 tickets for this flight. We need to find out who is Dr. Zed. What is he bringing to the research facility? And once you arrive there, why did it go dark and what's happening there? We need you to bring communications back online once you're there, and then communicate back with us, and we'll send in the cavalry.
Just one thing.
Yeah.
My powers only really work in first class. I'm just double checking,
this is important.
making sure we just like all work better. The more comfortable we are, the more room we have.
Unlimited mimosas.
At least unlimited.
Keeps me alert when I have less seat in my face.
We managed to
look
get you
around.
first class seating.
Okay, good. I can work that.
I will ask you
Do I have an aisle seat?
to take it easy. I've limited you to 1 drink each.
Then how long is the flight?
No
Isn't it
size limit of the drink, though.
It's
like
it's
7
about
hours.
it's yeah.
Gallon.
Bottle of wine.
Gallon.
It's a 7-hour flight. I want you on your toes. You're going to need to question some of the passengers, but do so without making too much of a fuss. We need to find out who Dr. Zed is.
Is this, Quinn, is this your facility that went dark? Do
No.
you guys run this stuff?
No, but
Whose is it?
it is a research team that we don't have much information about. They're called researchthings.org. That's their website. You can check it out.
Oh, so they're an okay.
Yeah, they're an
We know
organization.
they're official then.
Yeah, that sounds pretty.
Very official.
Hey, have you checked out? I'll plug my blog later.
Yes. And we want you to be very careful on this mission. We've managed to get you some papers saying that you are allowed to bring on whatever gear you might need to deal with possible threats. However, I've talked to the people at the airport, and they say that you will have to keep them in the cargo hold, but you'll at least have them when you arrive. I shouldn't see much problems on the flight. It's really just finding out who Dr. Zed is, and then once you arrive, going to the facility and getting it back online.
I assume we'll have keys for the cargo hold. And
We weren't able to get that. They'll be safe. Don't worry.
okay.
What does this Dr. Z look like?
We don't know.
Oh.
That's what we need you to find out. We don't know who he is.
He's a mystery, but
It's
you
not
know
on the
he's
website.
on this flight.
Actually, I keep saying he. It might be a she.
Yeah.
I might. Maybe I can, guys. Maybe I can put on the old charm and swoon one of the flight attendants to tell me like who's on the flight.
Anyway, we have about 1 minute for questions. Then we need to get you to that airport.
Oh, because it's leaving.
Yeah, it's leaving.
Oh, like right now.
Yeah, is that why you guys were so? Yeah, sorry I took so long. In my
Yeah,
car.
these are your pamphlets. Yeah, about that. We need you to have that car ready to go. We're loading the car into the cargo as
yep.
well.
Okay.
You're gonna have it in Alaska because it's your
Convertible.
car, and
Yeah.
it's literally written in this note that you made when you first signed on with us. My car must go everywhere I go,
Yeah.
and we signed this for some reason.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm glad you have that.
So apparently,
I also have a
even
copy.
if we're sending you to Alaska, we need your car.
Yeah, and my car also gets a mimosa, so I get 2 mimosas.
I can't see that happening. So if there's no further questions, we'll get you to the airport right away.
So no idea who this Dr. Z is, but he or she is on this plane.
They are
as
on
a
this flight,
passenger.
and they are smuggling some sort of organism.
Some
Smuggling.
sort. Is this organism from? Where's it from? Is it going to Alaska or from?
It's going to Alaska.
Oh, and it's the same one that was found in Alaska when everything
Similar.
went dark, right? Similar.
Yes.
Find Dr. Zed. Find the thing that they are transporting. Report back.
Yes.
Okay.
And with that, that is where our story begins. So you guys arrive at the airport, and you're putting your baggage through the claim, and the attendant that's helping you, his name's Bill, and he's looking through your luggage as it's going through like the X-ray stuff, and he's just like, "What's all this? Do you guys have papers for the? Does your bag have a sword in it, sir?
Yes.
Do you have papers? Do you have papers for that?
Yeah, these are from Quinn. She works for the FBI.
No big deal. Yeah.
What
Bill,
about-
I'm just going to need you to move this along. We have a flight to catch, and we're first class.
Do the rest of you have papers?
Pretty sure it's stapled together.
Yeah,
So it is.
Yeah. Do we have like an official like
Is this?
badge from this FBI or
We
no?
should get one.
What do you think
We had to
this-
use Truman's printer at home to print all our tickets. We had a print from home thing.
Is this a magical? It says here magical dagger.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay.
I promise that
amateur.
it's the good kind of magical.
And a shotgun. Is that?
That is necessary, yes.
And what are you bringing?
An assault rifle.
You.
You never know what you're going to come across in Alaska.
And this obviously violates zero. We have a plane to catch.
There
Have you
are-
seen our YouTube channel? It would explain a lot.
There's big polar bears there. I just need to be able to keep these two safe.
Yes.
These are going in the cargo hold,
Yeah.
right? Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure I was supposed to keep the shotgun with me.
No, sorry, sir. That's very unlikely.
It doesn't say in the paper.
No, it
Shotgun.
says that you're certified to have these items and they're to go with you to Alaska.
That garrote, though, I do need because I like to double lock the bathroom that I'm in because I don't want anybody else to
Yeah,
come
he
in.
has this thing.
So you use it to.
Shy bowels. You lock the bathroom and then you garrote the lock as well.
You can get permission to do that.
I'm pretty sure it's in the form.
Roll manipulate someone.
Ooh. That is a 7.
Which is just good enough for the manipulate someone. 7. They'll do it, but only if you do something for them right now to show that you mean it.
Well, here's the thing. I would go to the bathroom in front of you, but again, shy bowels.
Well, where can I get one of these?
They are online. Check out Amazon, or we sell them at our website.
Can you show me?
How to use it?
Yeah, how do you use this to tie? Can I have this one?
You cannot. I need that one. That is my travel.
I
garrote.
suffer from shy bowels, and I never knew that you could. You
You
this
know
is
what
incredible.
I do? If you don't happen to have a garrote on you, you can easily just take off your belt and double lock it with that.
Use your
Or
foot. You
what
just
I like
put
to
your
do is
foot
sometimes
against
have
it.
2 decoy stalls. You take shoes and pants and you put them in both, and then everybody just kind of goes, "This bathroom's full," and then they leave.
Okay, yeah, you can bring this on the carry-on.
Thank you.
I that's a very helpful tool.
You're welcome. I'm glad. Message me, Facebook me.
I will.
We'll catch up on more bathroom tips.
Thanks, guys. Have fun with your assault rifle.
Thank you.
That was as Truman lets off some victory shots into the air at the airport.
Bill kind of looks at you. He's like, "Don't do that.
Oh, sorry.
We're very strict about our security policies. Okay,
Yeah,
you have the papers here,
Bill, I
but
can
no
tell.
firing fake guns into the air. Okay,
tell Bill.
you will be taken down
I'm sorry.
and escorted out.
I'm a
of
bit
here.
aggressive when
I
it comes
don't
to
care
that.
if you have permission from the FBI.
Okay.
That goes for all of you.
I'm sorry, Bill.
Bill.
No monkeying around.
Yeah. Stop playing around.
Bill, we have a flight to catch. Is it okay if we?
Go.
Yeah, your flight leaves in like 5 minutes. You guys,
we gotta
Start
go.
booking it.
It's the gate way down at the end.
Which game?
Can we use
there.
the
G17?
Use the
I
thing.
jump in one of the cars
Nice.
and I
I jump on the back.
I hop on.
It is a crowded airport, and there are people moving all over the place. So as Steve
Use the
Miami
horn.
Ashcroft drives through the people honking his horn, I'm gonna make you roll under pressure or act under pressure.
Nice.
Go, go, go.
10.
Nice.
You manage to very speedily weave your way through and get there just as they are boarding.
I do a cool. Can I do one of those like power slides right at the end? And so Truman, I swing around. I want to swing the butt end of the thing around, and so then Truman just kind of like walk up and just give her boarding ticket right to the.
Make another act under pressure roll.
Oh my gosh! I'm gonna kill someone. 10 again.
Nice.
All right, you do like a 180 spin.
Yeah.
And everybody stops and looks as you guys step off of your little car. Sunglasses on.
And I take the keys
Boarding
out of it
pass.
because I assume it has keys, and I drop it in like a child's hand, and I go, "Watch it for me, kid."
The mother kind of grabs the child and like takes the keys and throws them on the floor and like walks away.
And I have my duffel bag, or I have my man satchel.
But your duffel bag has been put.
No,
in the
it's
cargo.
a carry-on. Bill,
It was too big.
Bill.
No, it didn't fit in the pre-sized thing.
You all get one thing that
My
you can
hand
take on as your carry-on.
sanitizer.
Oh,
and
I'm
my-
definitely taking my camera because I got to record this.
And
right?
you take your hand sanitizer, and you take your.
I've got like a camera bag with like
Does that count?
camera
Dang it.
equipment in it.
Yeah.
Can I take my tripod?
Yes,
How about my flashlight?
I'll allow the flashlight.
Magical dagger.
No,
One for
Dang
it.
it.
Swinging
Worth
for
a
the
shot.
fences.
Yeah, worth a shot.
I want my iPhone.
you have your iPhone,
I hope
and
we all
you
have
each
phones.
have a granola bar.
Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
mine's heavy.
Wait,
on
can
the-
I have beef jerky?
Yes.
okay.
Teriyaki flavor.
Teriyaki, nice.
So as you guys get on the flight, you're greeted by a where is he? A flight attendant. And he introduces you as you're coming onto the plane. He's like, "Hey, my name's Brad. I'm going to be your flight attendant for the flight, obviously.
Nice ascot, Brad.
Thank you.
Very stylish.
Thank you. Glad you like it. Not many people notice, but
Everyone notices Brad.
I mean, that may be true, but you guys are making me blush. You guys are going to be, can I see your tickets here?
Hand them over.
Looks like you're first class, so
Yeah.
your seats
We're
are right
important.
over here.
Thank you.
Are we sitting together?
Yeah, there's 3 seats on one side and 2 on the other, and a little aisle in the middle. And you guys get the 3 seats. So you
I'm
get
the
to-
aisle.
How nice.
What do you want?
Shoddy window.
Cool.
Shouldn't have given me the option.
I really shouldn't have. Okay? I have
gave
to
us the
shimmy in the
choice.
middle.
Can I
No,
show-
wait. He has to go to the bathroom.
Yeah, I do go to the bathroom a lot. Oh, you?
No, you.
Oh.
You're the one.
I still want the
I
aisle.
shottied window, so I hope
No,
you
he
guys
shot
don't
your window.
mind.
No,
I
there's lots of
also,
room. There's lots of room.
If you
very
guys could get
elbowy.
in your seats, there's other passengers that are trying to board the plane.
Sorry.
We're first class, though. We're important.
Yes, could I get you any drinks? We have endless mimosas.
Oh,
I heard.
I'd like a mimosa.
I'll
Great.
take a large mimosa, please.
They only come in one size, sir.
Then I'll have 4.
Like
I'll take
Airplane
your
size.
one size mimosa.
And peanuts.
We do have peanuts, yeah.
Whoa, they still have peanuts.
Give me all the snacks.
I'll have peanuts.
Okay.
Yeah.
We'll
Shortbreads.
get you a snack card out here promptly. You will have to pay for those snacks. First class doesn't mean you get them for free.
What?
What?
How
And
about
the endless
drink-
mimosas
Yeah,
is
there's
you
a lady,
pay a
Quinn.
fee
You have
and you
a-
get endless mimosas.
You have
Oh,
you
how
have
much
a,
is
It's $20.
Oh,
That's pretty
yeah.
good.
That's
you have
good.
a credit
Yeah.
card on file under Quinn.
Yeah.
You're just gonna want to bill that for
Yeah.
all of our stuff.
Direct billing.
Oh, so we do. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah,
It just
everything
all
will
goes
be-
on that.
Everything
yeah.
will be billed to Quinn.
Snacks.
Can I also have a blanket and eye mask
Yes,
and
right away.
headphones?
And he runs.
And get something for yourself. While you're
I
at it.
can't do that, sir. And he runs off to get
Wink.
you those things. As you guys are sitting down, you notice a few other passengers coming in and sitting in first class.
Eyes open.
The first
open
one,
team.
you see a woman in her mid-30s, and she comes in with a briefcase. She's dressed very smart. She has like a suit on,
Guys, it's Dr.
and
Zed.
she is carrying a briefcase, and she's looking over a bunch of notes. And she pulls out a pair of glasses and puts them on as she sits in the seat in front of you, and just starts reading over her notes and kind of mumbling to herself. Across from her, you see kind of this kind of gangly looking man. He's bald and he has like a very baby face. And he has these circular glasses on. And he's also carrying a briefcase. But he's wearing a dress shirt that looks like it's 3 sizes too large for him, and he looks like he's trying to dress nice, but he's just not taking that good of care of himself. And he kind of sits on the 2 seats across from you guys, and he nervously takes out a phone and is like looking at it, and he looks kind of like anxious. He's like looking around the plane, kind of like glancing out the window. You see another woman get on. She's a bit heftier, just wearing sweatpants and a sweatshirt, and she has her hood up, and she sits a few seats ahead of you and just starts reading a magazine and laughing loudly as she's reading it. The last one is a young, about 23, 24-year-old kid who's wearing he's wearing like a fedora, and he's got a button-up shirt on, and he has like a little notepad with him, and his fedora has a little feather sticking out of it, and he comes and sits down and is just like jotting things down in his notepad. And the last one is this big guy who's wearing camo pants and a black sweatshirt, and he has a duffel bag that he puts up in a compartment above, and he just looks like super intense, and he sits down and just kind of like looks out the window quietly. And those are the people that are in first class with you. As the plane gets ready to take off, you hear a voice come on over the announcement. You can kind of look behind you, and there's a compartment behind you where there's 2 washrooms and kind of a preparation area for the attendants. And then behind that is the rest of the plane, where there's a whole bunch of other passengers kind of scattered throughout. The voice comes over the intercom and says, "Good evening, I am your captain, Andrea Walsh, and I am going to be flying you to Alaska today. We're going to be departing shortly. The flight should take no more than 7 hours. We have our flight attendants, Brad and Tori, who will be taking care of you today. If you have any questions, please let them know. Hopefully you enjoy your flight, and thank you for choosing Canada Air." Not Air Canada. And with that, the flight gets ready to depart. What do the 3 of you do?
I have a plan
You have a plan? Okay.
already.
Yeah.
Okay.
Are we
Once-
like mumbling to ourselves?
I want to lean in. Okay.
Huddle in.
Huddle?
You guys, technically, you guys are on both sides of me. So.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. We'll huddle in.
So we got to find Dr. Z, right?
Yeah.
Zed.
Zed. Dr. Dang. What's up? But he's a doctor. Or she's a doctor.
They are a doctor.
So I'm going to draw them out. I'm going to choke on a peanut when we're in the air. And then be like, "Is there a doctor?" And then they have to, because that's a medical thing.
Yeah,
They've
they
signed
took
they took an oath.
Yeah.
Are you actually going to
That's a
choke on a
medical
peanut?
doctor.
Well,
Please don't.
I feel like if I eat enough peanuts and I don't chew them, I'll probably choke on one.
Yeah.
How about you fake choking on a peanut?
Because I'm a method.
A doctor could tell.
Yeah, they know.
But is it a medical doctor? Because
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure they make an oath. But I think like a scientific doctor would just be
They
like,
can let you die.
I'll dissect your dead body afterwards.
My other concern is that they might go like, "Oh, anyone can do the Heimlich."
What if somebody's first aid trained?
Yeah. So let's come up with a way worse medical issue.
As you guys are doing this, you see the kid in the fedora with the feather kind of looking back at you. And at first he looks at each of you individually, and then starts writing a few things down. And he takes out his phone and kind of looks at it for a second.
I think we got a fan.
Oh my gosh, has the plane left yet?
It's getting ready to depart. It's just gearing up for takeoff.
I look
Guys.
over to the kid and I say, "Don't forget to put your phone in airplane mode or else you'll crash this plane."
Actually, none of that's true. It takes about 30,000 phones to be on to actually disrupt the mechanical parts of a plane. The airplane mode is just a myth that they tell you. You guys know that, right?
Yeah, we know that.
Listen, I don't trust myths
Okay, I'm putting it
anymore.
on airplane mode.
Thank you.
Addie Truman.
I knew it.
How did you
Jasper
know?
Oh my gosh.
Steve Miami Ashcroft.
Dude, as soon as I saw the fedora, I was like, this guy loves us. This is our
Is that what gave it away? Name's Richard Plett. Work for the Global Today. the newspaper.
Oh,
Yeah. Uh,
Plet.
Like
like-
our
Like our
our name.
stream name?
yeah. Weird happenstance, right?
oh.
Richard,
don't
please don't ever
believe
call
in
me Addie again. The
happy
name is
stance.
Truman.
Sorry, Truman. I could get an interview with you guys if you're cool with that. I could make a good story.
Can we not right now on the plane? Because we're about to have some mimosas and relax for about 7 hours.
At that moment, Brad comes in with a card and he's like, mimosa,
Thank you.
4 mimosas, mimosa, and
Thank you, Brad.
I had in here one for your car.
Peanut.
Yeah.
So there's another mimosa.
Peanuts.
Peanuts. Anybody else want peanuts?
I'll have some
I do.
peanuts.
Okay,
These are
peanuts,
delicious.
peanuts.
Thank you.
Anything else that I can get you guys? Here's your pillow, blanket,
Thank
sleep
you.
mask.
Thank you.
Is this guy bothering you?
No.
This wasn't Brad's voice. Is this guy bothering you? There we go.
He's being nice enough, and I turned back to the kid and be like, can we, when we get off the airplane, maybe connect and we'll give some numbers?
Well, actually, I mean, we're on this flight for 7 hours. What is there a better time to sit and talk than in the 7 hour? What are you doing?
Yes, not in a contained flight. I am going to watch some in-flight movies, relax, because when I get there, I'm going to have to do work.
Okay, Steve, are you up for an interview?
Um,
You're kind of the face of this whole thing, right?
flatter me.
So,
Go on.
Miami. Is that your real middle name?
Great question. Whatever your name is, I already forgot.
Richard.
Richard. No.
What is your middle name? Why Miami? Are you from Miami?
I was never given a middle name. I had to fill it in on a form once when I was trying to get a parking space at my new apartment. And
This isn't very interesting. Let me
I
move on to the
saw-
next question.
Welcome to the whole interview with him, to be honest.
and it's all being done over Truman because you're sitting in the aisle.
Yeah, he's
like leaning over.
he's like he comes and takes like a seat near you guys and it's just like leaning forward. Why are you going to Alaska?
We are.
Is it because of the findings?
what findings?
You know, they found the limestone deep below the surface, the caverns.
No, we were going for the cruise. Is there limestone?
They found ancient limestone tunnels far beneath, and they found some weird things in there apparently.
Like what?
That's what I'm going to report on. They're sending me there to find out what these. There's a research facility out there that's apparently doing research on these things. I'm heading there myself.
Richard, can I call you Rich?
No,
Dick.
Dick.
no.
Listen, kid. How do you know about this?
Well, it's all over the internet. Do you guys read?
Look, I have like
Blogs?
at least a blog.
Do we read blogs?
Yeah, come on,
Yeah, the
Steve has a blog.
Richard, come on,
Yeah, that doesn't mean he reads them.
Rich.
He has to get his
Rich,
information
I've been
from
on the
somewhere.
dark
I write for the
before.
newspaper. Sorry?
I've been on the dark web before, and I've bought something from it.
What?
So
would you-
Why are you
I
telling
know
this to
a
a
little
reporter?
something about psych.
Stop writing down.
Psychic is what I am, and that's how I test you. You failed.
Your psychic powers.
Yes.
Do you have good control over them?
Yes. I have the best control. over
Why
them.
have your phone line that you recently opened?
Yes.
It says here that 97% of your psychic inquiries were false, proven false.
That is fake news. Actually, 100% of them were proven right, and wherever you get your facts are wrong. Do you get them from yourself?
I interviewed
'Cause
one of
you're
the
wrong.
people who called you.
is why I said
You
we
gave
shouldn't
them
do
a
the
horse name
interview.
to bet on. They bet all the money they had on that horse, and yeah, they're now looking. They're living back with their parents.
Yeah,
And,
see, I know exactly which case you're talking about because I'm psychic, and I told them to bet on the 5th race, and they bet on the farm race.
At this moment, the plane is starting to take off, and you actually notice the woman in front of you, who is very properly dressed. She's sweating, and she puts her notepad down, and she's coughing a bit, and She just looks out of sorts a little.
I lean over and I say, first time flying.
Oh, yes.
Are you nervous? You look a little bit nervous.
A little nervous, coming off of a cold as well.
Oh, man. Have you ever, like, do you know you're supposed to, like, chew bubble gum? It helps with, like, the ear popping.
Yeah, I brought bubble gum. Didn't think of that.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I'm Truman, by the way. And I, like, reach over the aisle.
She goes to shake your hand and then kind of, like, awkwardly...
Actually, yeah.
She pulls back and she's just like, I'm Dr. Olivia Zebkar.
Olivia. That's
Yeah.
a cool name. I used to have a pet with that name, actually.
Really?
Yeah. It was a rat.
Weird. Not a fan of rats.
They're really actually quite friendly.
We have a lot in
Very
the
social.
lab that I work in, but
Oh, you work in a lab.
yeah.
Cool. I couldn't be stuck in a lab all day. I like to be out, doing videos, being creative, filming these guys.
That's great. I'm going to put on my headphones now, if that's okay. I'm a little nervous about the flight. It was nice to meet you.
Maybe we'll talk after.
It was, sorry, Addie Truman?
Well, Truman.
Truman.
You can call me Truman.
Okay. It was nice to meet you. I'm gonna,
Olivia
Zebkar. Dr. Olivia Zebkar.
Well, sleep well, Dr. Zed.
Zeb Carr.
Zed.
Her whole name.
Did I say that weird? No, I just have a good sleep.
It was really ominous. Like you just chimed in.
That's weird that came in. No, I was just saying.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. And she puts
All
her
right.
headphones in and closes her eyes. And
Is that weird?
You can see her kind of like clutching her seats as the plane's taking off.
Oh, she needs some like, what is it?
I brought this big bottle of Dramamine.
She needs hand sanitizer.
Do you want to like me give her some
And
of
you
that?
have some.
Should I just
I'm gonna.
put one in her?
Don't drug her. Give her one.
Truman, I need to.
This was your
Stop it.
suggestion first.
Yeah. Okay.
So you want to drug her?
I take what is it?
It's Dramamine.
Dramamine. Because it helps on planes, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
It's either gonna make you sleep or not throw up. It's one of those.
And I like wave in front of her for a second.
Her eyes are closed.
I tap her.
She takes off the headphones.
My friend here actually had some Dramamine. You should probably know what that is because you're a doctor. To help with your nerves.
I'm fine, thank you. I'd like to just watch my show.
I have a whole bunch of other pills.
That's okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right. Well, if you get anxious, and I shake the pill bottle.
She kind of looks over. She's like, some of us don't want to be like that guy. And you see the guy that was like nervous, who's in the baggy dress shirt. He like is opening up. He looks a little sweaty and anxious, and he's fumbling through his briefcase and he pulls out some pills and he's like fumbling. They like spill a little bit and he's picking them up and he's popping them in his mouth. And he closes his pill bottle and closes his briefcase. You see the really big guy in the camo pants kind of turn and like stare at him just as he's spilling his pills, and the big guy just kind of like shakes his head and goes back.
Yeah.
And then the Olivia puts her headphones back in and says again, she's like, thanks, but I'm fine.
Okay.
I wonder what kind of pills that guy has.
Probably like.
I should go ask. Right?
Yeah.
They kind of make you shake.
You guys reach altitude, so
Undo our seatbelt.
the seatbelt sign goes off.
Okay, I'm gonna go talk to this guy. We have something in common.
Which guy? The
Pill
guy.
Pill guy.
He's kind of fumbling, and as you approach him, he looks up at you, but he kind of like moves back a bit.
Don't worry, brah. Just came here to compare pills.
I'm
First
sorry?
class, am I right? We don't need to worry about this.
First, I paid for a first class ticket because I was under the impression that it was more private here.
Buddy, you need to take a chill pill.
That's why
Oh, those literally say chill pills.
no, they don't.
Wow.
But
Oh, sorry. I've taken...
please don't look at my
Before the
medication, sir.
Sorry.
Can I help you?
Yeah. I'm just introducing myself to everybody on the plane. I just thought I would come say hi.
Normal.
You look nervous.
Yeah. When I'm nervous,
we're
I just
worried.
like to meet everybody, and then maybe once we create kind of a circle of trust, we can have a good first class experience.
I'm not.
Jasper Cunningham, put her there.
Andrew.
Andrew.
Yeah.
Andrew.
Sorry?
Andrew.
Yes. I'm nervous about flying.
Well, I mean, that's because you're a doctor, I assume, and you know.
Sorry?
No. What do you do, Andrew?
I'm a doctor.
Oh my.
Well, how did you know that?
Small world. I'm a psychic. You may have seen me. I have a website and a YouTube channel.
Really, really cornered you there, Andy. He's amazing, and he does this
I'm
all the
watching
time.
with fascination, like, wow, he actually did it. Wow.
I'm impressed. I usually I believe that the psychic powers is all just a hoax and it's a big joke, and your whole
Until
life's work is
now?
probably a joke. But sorry, I didn't mean to say that out loud. What you do is phenomenal, and the fact that you just guessed that I was a doctor, was it the briefcase with the doctor's notes inside? Because that might have given it away. Was that what possibly?
No, it was just intuition.
I'm sure.
And oh wait, my stomach hurts. Your last name begins with a Z.
I'm sorry. We're finished here, right?
Yes, Andrew Zapper Zipper Zapper.
You're making me uncomfortable. Excuse me. And another flight attendant, young woman about 20 years old, comes over. She's like, "Hi, is this guy bothering you?"
Yeah, he is bothering
No,
me.
I wasn't talking
see
to you.
him
I
with a
wasn't
bunch of
talking to
pills.
you, sir. I might need to ask you to go sit down. And
Doing magic.
Andrew's
tricks for this guy
like
over here.
he keeps asking me personal questions, and I just want a quiet flight.
Just trying to meet my other first classers. Excuse me if that's a crime.
And the big guy a few seats ahead turns around. He's like, "I'd also like to meet some of the other first classers."
Come join us.
No, you can come over here
Can I bring my friends?
Oh, I'm not getting up out of my
if
seat.
you want.
Okay. Hey
I'll
guys,
listen from my seat.
who wants to meet this intimidating person with me?
I mean,
Everybody?
He stands up and he's about 7 feet tall, and he just looks like he's made out of pure muscle. He's filling that sweatshirt.
You got this.
All right.
I'm admiring
Hey, what's up?
from a
What's
distance.
what's your meal plan like?
My meal plan.
Yeah.
I'm on the keto diet.
Keto.
Yeah.
So you
I eat about
a lot of
4
carbs.
steaks a night.
Yeah.
It's expensive.
It must be, but you probably earn a lot as a doctor.
I'm not a doctor. I'm ex-military.
Oh, okay.
I'm taking a job as a security guard.
Oh, where?
Research facility.
In Alaska?
Well, it's like
That's where this flight is going. I'm sorry. You
I'm
said
He's
psychic.
amazing.
you said you were a
Actually
psychic, and
amazing.
Yes.
he's not that amazing, sir. He's just saying incorrect information or information that's readily available.
Okay, doctor. Yeah. Called that.
Name's Victor Cloud, and you are?
Jasper Cunningham.
And he grabs.
Oh, God. Very nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. What are you guys doing for fun on this flight? We got 7 hours to kill. I'm pretty excited about it.
I have a sleep mask and a lots of home movies on my iPad.
Not much of a napper. I like to. You know what? I might just watch a movie or work out. Not much space here for that though.
I'm sure Jasper has like travel Scrabble or something like
Yeah,
that.
I literally have
I
traveled
love Scrabble. What's the best word you've made in Scrabble? On the count of 3. 1, 2, 3.
Xylophone.
Octopus. Oh man, that's a good one.
Thank you.
Xylophone. You use the X. Did you get a triple word score?
Absolutely.
Oh man, it's a good one.
Shall I whip it out?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right. Excuse me, hostess. It's hostess, right?
Tori, yeah.
Tori. I just left my game in my luggage down below, and us first class people just wouldn't mind playing a game just to pass the time. So if you wouldn't,
That's unfortunate.
if you could bring us down,
The executive key. Just toss it
yeah,
over.
just leave it with us. Like
I'm not going
we're
to let you into the
trustworthy.
cargo hold, sir.
But I thought first class.
Okay, first
what's the
class
point?
means that you can pay for the unlimited mimosas and you get peanuts on
Wait,
the house.
how?
I'll take more peanuts.
All right, coming right up, ma'am.
Thank you.
But sorry, sir, but the cargo hold is off limits until we land. That
Like, say, just for imagination purposes, where's the door to it?
I'm gonna go get you a game of Scrabble. We have some. We have travel Scrabble.
That's a win. Okay.
Okay, I'll go get that for you. What are the other? You're just?
I'm in the seat. I talked to Dr. Olivia, and I'm kind of like listening and admiring big muscular Victor from afar, because 7 feet and muscular on the keto diet.
True, man.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing.
I want to stand up and look like I have to get stuff out of my bag. Like I'm looking for some hand sanitizer or that granola bar. But first, I'm going to check where Olivia put her stuff in the overhead compartment, like above her. So as like I'm fiddling around above it. Because she's asleep, right?
She has her eyes closed, yeah.
Yeah. I'm going to kind of like look for her stuff.
Her briefcase is right next to your...
I open it because I'm nosy. Oh, boy.
You
Don't
open
look,
it,
Tony.
And as you're flipping through some documents, turns out that she is a geologist. And she is studying the limestone found beneath the Alaskan
Quinn
oil fields.
never even told us any of this stuff.
And she's heading there to research it. She's part of a research team. As you're rifling through her things, you look and you notice the
like,
kind of...
like quietly, too. Like I'm
Yeah,
just like,
but you notice the heftier woman in the jogging pants and sweatshirt just staring at you.
This isn't my briefcase. And then I get the hand sanitizer.
Are you looking for snacks?
And I whoosh. Oh, yeah. I could use a snack.
I have some extras.
What do you have?
Got some granola bars. Got some potato chips. What are you feeling?
I want Skittles.
I have M&Ms. Those aren't even close to Skittles.
Candy versus chocolate.
Yeah,
you
you're
want to
right.
open up
I
that
got-
debate.
Yeah, like
I got a package of Sour Patch Kids.
Ooh,
Yeah.
I'll take the Sour Patch Kids. I'm gonna
Who-
put my head in.
You hear?
Why
Sour Patch
are you rifling through this lady's things? She tosses you the Sour Patch Kids.
No, I was looking for my hand sanitizer, and we have the same bag.
No, your bag's right there. It looks very different.
Yeah, I realize that now. Hey,
He has one of those at home.
how did you get all this candy on the flight? We had a lot of trouble getting our bags through. Changing
just-
the
Candy's
subject.
the-
Just asked them if I could bring some candy on board because I'm a big fan of candy, and they said, of course.
Neat.
Why? What are you bringing?
Hi. Here, clean your hands.
Oh, thank you. That's so kind. You're so kind. But why were you rifling through that lady's things?
Look, I wasn't. It was an accident.
It didn't look like an accident.
I accidentally did it.
I'm trying to be friendly here,
Aren't
but
you supposed to be looking forward? Like you're ahead.
I couldn't help but notice the thing above me open up, and you not go to the bag that I saw you put in there, but go to the briefcase and open it up and start reading her documents.
Look,
Now she looks pretty much asleep here, so I'm not going to bring this up to her. But what are you doing?
look. Between you and me, and I'm gonna do one of these,
She leans in.
and then I have my glasses on, and I do like these. I go. I have a crush on her, and I was hoping to find, like maybe like a common interest, so I could open the door to like maybe like just like a conversation. Like Alaska is only like they have like a population of like 30, so like not a lot of
You
girls.
dummy. You don't go rifling through her things. You
Well,
just talk to her.
But I'm in love.
You just met the girl, friend. Okay. I'll let you off the hook this time.
You're right.
Maybe. Roll manipulate someone.
Maybe. Oh baby, this is 10.
Nice.
Can't beat him. And I give her one of these and go, maybe next time I'll rifle through your documents. And I wink.
Enjoy the Sour Patch Kids, sir. It's at this moment that you look over and the guy that you were talking to with the baggy shirt, who he was Andrew. Yes, Andrew.
Andy, he likes Andy.
Dr.
The
Andrew.
big. Oh, not Andrew.
Not the big guy.
Okay,
Andrew, the kind of Weasley-looking guy.
Yeah.
He's a doctor.
Circle
The big
back.
guy's a
He's
doctor.
Right.
he's coughing profusely, and it's kind of disrupting. Even Olivia kind of takes her headphones out and is like staring at him, like ugh, and he's just like coughing and sweating.
I'm gonna give him some hand sanitizer. Yeah. I motion a squirt.
Thank you.
Dude, do you have like a handkerchief or something that you can use? Because there's
You need
recycled
a
air in here,
lozenge?
and everyone's gonna get sick.
Sorry, I'm not good on flights. I'm just not good on flights, and
I can tell.
I'm really nervous right now.
Hey, maybe
Why are you so nervous?
maybe you can Steve here can take you to the bathroom.
No.
Just refer to yourself in the third person.
Oh,
You're Steve here.
I say, no need for the attitude. We're just trying to help.
I'm sorry.
What do you need to make this flight more enjoyable, sir?
I think I need to go to the bathroom. And he stands up.
Let me help you out.
No, it's okay.
Jasper,
It's okay.
Let me help you.
I'm
No.
volunteering him.
Let me help you.
No, and he starts to like try to move past you.
All right.
I say,
I'm gonna
guys, give him his space.
Yeah,
He's,
sorry. We just want to
obviously
make
not
sure you're
feeling
okay.
well.
Here,
Just
take
wanna make
some
sure you're
water.
okay.
It hits him in the head, and he turns around and he grabs you and he pulls you close to him.
Hand, you're just trying to help, buddy. I hope that did I hit you in the face there? Just trying to help, buddy.
Leave me alone.
Okay, buddy. I'll just stand outside the bathroom, just making sure you're okay. Okay.
Don't touch me again.
Okay, Andrew.
And he lets go and he runs to the bathroom, and you hear the door slam and you hear him start to vomit.
Buddy should have took a Dramamine.
I'm 100% rifling through his stuff now.
I want to
I'm looking through his pills.
read a bad situation.
All right.
Oh, good call.
Nope.
What
Dad.
did you get?
Minimum 4.
I'd like to connect the dots.
Ooh.
Okay.
Yes.
So that is a 7. So I get just 1. I get to ask 1 question. But
Would you like to ask that right now?
No, I'm gonna hold for a little bit.
All right. Steve, you're rifling through his things.
Yeah, I'm also like what I'm trying to do is like I wasn't sure about Olivia at first. It seemed too like she just let us know, and it's like she was very like she kind of kept herself friendly, but this guy, like I'm on to him, and I'm gonna make sure other lady that's giving me Sour Patch Kids is she's still like just dead eyed locked.
She is staring at you as you open up.
No, wait, I'm not opening it. She's
Okay.
just staring at me.
Well, no, she stopped. She's stopped. She's playing on her phone.
And is she looking that way, like the other way?
You're in her periph.
Frig.
I'm
gonna.
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm gonna. I lean into to Truman. Truman.
Yeah.
I'm gonna distract her. Check out Andy's stuff.
Yeah, I'm gonna drop something because his stuff is, from what I understand, underneath the seat, or is it up?
He had a briefcase.
Yeah.
He has since put it up above.
Up. Okay.
And I go, "Hey, those Sour Patch Kids were really nice." And I do one of those swing around, and I go.
And I go,
Do you wear sunglasses inside a lot?
Yeah, it's kind of my signature move.
Is that cool? Is that what people are doing?
I'll forgive that. You probably haven't seen my YouTube channel.
I don't watch a lot of the YouTube. No.
But hey, that's a really nice sweat ensemble you have there.
Thank you. They match.
Yeah,
They're a matching set.
That's what fascinated me. Where did you get that?
Winners.
Oh wow! And it was on sale.
It's winners.
That's so neat. And I'm nudging Truman.
and I'm looking at Jasper and I'm like, Jasper, get in front of the bathroom, block his way. And
I just go to the front of the bathroom. I'm like, not out here for you, Andrew. Just standing here.
And I actually
Not
take
for you.
my bag that I had, because I had it on the ground.
Yeah.
And I want to go over and go up to where his briefcase is, Andrew's, and like put mine up. But I want to leave the zipper open so that way my stuff falls out.
Roll.
So can I roll to help out on this?
Yeah, because you are helping out, so I'll let you.
Can I roll help out on this?
What do you want? Do you want me to roll?
I'll see what he rolls, and that will impact your roll.
Okay. Oh.
You are on fire tonight, man. What is that? That's
So,
like higher than a 10.
Technically, it's a 10 because I have a -1.
Okay. But
So-
that's going to give you a +1 to whatever you roll. So
Oh,
you are
okay.
going to roll act under pressure to try to pull off this stunt.
10.
Nice.
Yeah.
Awesome. So you do what you set out to do. So it spills all over the floor, and there's a commotion. And the big guy actually, as he was setting up the Scrabble game, he stands up. He's like, "I can help you with that.
Oh, no. It's fine.
Are you sure?" And he starts like picking
Don't
up.
touch my stuff. I'm very specific about it. You have fun with your Scrabble. Try to do prestidigitate as a word. Gets you tons of points.
Can you even get that many letters?
Yes.
I'm going to work on that.
Do it.
And he sits back down.
And I like grab my stuff and like I haven't put it back in the bag, but I go up and I'm trying to make it look like I'm trying to put stuff back in my bag, but I'm reaching up and like trying to do it. And then hopefully I'm going to open up his briefcase as I do so.
As you open up his briefcase, there are pills and a series of letters, as well as a few vials of liquid that look kind of strange with little stamps on them that have different words scrawled on them.
Is this Andrew's bag?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
I as this is happening, I take one of the vials and I put it in my bag and I zip it up.
Nice.
Yes.
Andrew opens up the bathroom door, and he comes face to face with you,
With Jasper.
with Jasper, and he stops. He's like, "What? What do you want?"
I just need to use the bathroom, Andrew.
He looks like he's sweating profusely, and actually one of his eyes looks completely bloodshot, and he looks a little paler.
Are you okay?
I'm fine.
I'm just asking because you do not look fine. No offense. Like, you look fine, you know, like for your age, you probably look fine.
Get
But,
get out of my way.
Okay.
And he shoves you, and do you just take it, or do you?
You're lucky I gotta go to the bathroom, Andrew. And I just go to the bathroom. I lock the door, and then I use my garrote to double lock the door.
He goes back to his seat, and the rest of you see him sit down, and he's kind of like twitching a little bit and like scratching, and you actually see him like scratch at his face, and like a bunch of flakes of skin fall off, and he's kind of scratching near his bloodshot eye, and it just looks like it's getting more bloodshot. And he kind of like he's now like looking out the window, just kind of like shaking.
I go over to him and I like flick my hair for a second and I like kind of put on a moment because I'm a little bit disgusted by him. But I go up and I kind of I don't touch him because obviously he's really gross right now, but I put my hand out like I'm gonna put it on his arm and be like, "Hun, I'm so sorry about my friends. They're honestly getting everyone's faces. So sorry."
He turns and he's like, "Get away from me! I'm so sorry. I didn't. I need
just trying
to
be
go to the
friendly.
bathroom again." And he goes and he starts pulling on the door.
It's
Is this double locked?
Someone's in here.
Is this? And he.
Eddie, garrote.
And now I'm getting a bit like, hold on a second. I turn on like the tough and I'm like, my friend's going to the washroom right now. You need to give him his privacy.
Brad comes up and he's like, "Sir, I'm gonna need you to." And then Andrew shoves him, and Brad actually goes flying pretty far and like tumbles over a seat. And the big guy, Cloud, stands up. Victor Cloud stands up and he goes, "Hey!" And he runs over and he grabs Andrew.
This is a very
he's just-
aggressive light.
holding him, and like both of the flight attendants get involved. What are you guys doing? Like both flight attendants and Victor are holding Andrew back, and he starts screaming. And as he's screaming, you can see like he kind of starts coughing again, and a little bit of blood is coming out of his mouth.
This might be that medical emergency we were looking for. Is there a doctor on the flight?
I think he is the doctor.
Olivia like takes her headphones out. She's like, "What is happening?"
I want to
I'm not that kind of doctor.
say you need to get to the back of the plane now, and I like put my hand out to her.
She goes to take your hand, but just then Brad kind of stands up. He's like, "No, we're moving this passenger to the back of the plane. We have some medical supplies back there. You all stay put. Everything's okay." And they grab Andrew and they're pulling him away, screaming. And you notice he tries to grab at the entrance, and as he does, they pull him away, and one of his fingernails flies off. And he screams one more time, and you see as he coughs again, some teeth come out as they drag him out of first class. And
Gingivitis.
Brad comes rushing back a moment later, and he's like fixing his outfit, and he's like, "Sorry guys, let me just clean up." And is this a fingernail?
Don't touch it.
Oh my god. I'm sorry guys. We're gonna give you the mimosas are free today.
Sweet.
I'm just gonna make sure that that's cool with my
Keep him coming.
So sorry for any inconvenience. This is unusual for our flights. Usually they're pretty chill. It's why I like this job. I don't know what I'm doing right now, or I think I'm talking too much. I do that sometimes when I'm nervous. So you guys have. Is there anything I can get you?
I'd like to get something from my luggage right now, if you don't mind. So
It's closed until we land, ma'am.
No. My sorry, the upper.
Oh, of course,
My
yeah.
carry-on.
Yeah, you're welcome to.
Yeah, excuse me, Brad. And
We'll make sure that Mr. Oh boy, sorry. He like is flipping through his passenger seat. He's like, we'll make sure that Mr. Zazowski is okay. Don't worry about him.
Mystery solved. I
don't know if it's solved.
pull up my phone and I call Quinn.
Do you?
Got him.
Can I make phone calls?
Airplane mode.
I turn it off.
Sir, please leave your phone in airplane.
Oh, sorry, Brad. And I turn it back on.
Thank you. We can't have any of the instruments getting meddled with.
I understand.
The reporter, Richard, leans over. He's like, "It's a lie. They don't actually. They don't. It's not." And Brad's like, "Shut up."
I want to go up to my bag, and again, I want to like open up, and I want to take the papers and put them in my bag, and then take my bag down and put it on my lap.
Roll act under pressure.
Where are my dice at? 9.
9. So 9 for an act under pressure. All right. The woman in the sweats has stopped. You guys have finished your conversation. She sees you do this. What do you do? So I can give you a hard choice. Your hard choice is that... Actually, no, I'm not going to do the hard choice for this one. It's a worse outcome or a price to pay. So this is just going to be a worse outcome. You get it into your bag. You take your bag down. But she has seen you. Cool. And she kind of is eyeing you. And she kind of like gets out of her seat and starts coming over.
That's fine. I put my bag under my seat.
You guys are rifling through people's things a lot. Is everything okay?
What's her name again?
You haven't asked.
Well, listen here, no name.
I have a name. Where is my name? It's Edna.
Edna,
yeah.
I know things look.
Edna.
And I motion her in.
Yeah.
Edna, we're with the FBI.
Oh.
And what you need to understand, Edna,
Yeah.
is that there are things that are in motion that are outside of your understanding.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
What I want you to do is go back, sit down, play some Candy Crush, and let us save the world. Can you do that?
Roll manipulate someone.
Nice.
Come on, hot dice. Come on, hot dice.
I switched dice and I got an 8.
Still.
So an 8 on manipulate someone.
Oh my God, you gotta give her more candy.
So you guys are with the FBI. Yeah, I can leave you alone. How many cases have you done?
How many YouTube videos do we have? Yeah, 7.
How long have you been working for the FBI? You guys look pretty young.
Few months.
Yeah, we're... Oh, look, it's a special investigations. Now, I'm only telling you this because you're our junior detective
Character witness.
/ character witness.
I have always, when I was a little girl, I used to pretend that I was a detective and solve mysteries around my house.
You should join her crew. That's amazing.
So, Edna,
The case of the missing doll. The case of the other missing doll. The case of who stole my French fries. It was my sister. Most of the time. I solved that one many times, but I always had my magnifying glass and my trusty notebook.
so
I don't have them now. That was when I was a kid. Now I just carry candy.
yeah, the candy and the snacks.
Yeah.
So this is where you need to come in. I need you to figure out everything you can figure out about limestone.
Olivia kind of like takes her headphones out again because you guys are like talking like right near her, and she's like, "I'm researching limestone. Why do you want to? Why do you want to know about limestone?"
I'm a rockhead. That's what we call ourselves.
Is it? Just then, the lights flicker a bit.
Is there any turbulence?
No.
Oh.
Voice comes on. Sorry about that, everybody. We seem to be having an issue with one of our passengers, and not sure what's happening with the lights. We're gonna get somebody to look into that right away. Should be a clear flight though. No turbulence for a little while. So everything looks good up here, and keep enjoying your flights. Sorry for any inconvenience with some of our passengers who aren't used to flying. Thank you.
Can I read a bad situation again?
Yeah.
Hold on. Come on. Oh, why am I not? Sorry, my thing went to something else. We'll say 9.
Okay. So you get to ask me one question from the list. What's my best way in? What's my best way out? Are there any dangers we haven't noticed?
Oh, found it. Hold on.
Good.
Sorry. I got a 10. 10.
Oh.
Yeah,
Then
sorry.
you get to ask 3.
Okay.
You can ask them now, or you can hold them and ask them.
I want to ask, are there any dangers we haven't noticed?
It seems like the biggest danger right now is Andrew.
Okay.
You've noticed him, but you start to put together that maybe you don't know the flickering lights seems a little weird and kind of reminds you of things that were happening on all of your other ghost cases when there's a presence about.
Okay.
Putting those together, you kind of think that there might be something else going on here, a bigger threat.
Actually, then I'm going to hold 2.
Okay.
Cool.
I just want to come out of the bathroom at this point. I'm just going to flush. Thump. Whoosh. ungarrote the door, and then come out.
The lights start flickering again as you come out of the bathroom. And you hear
Take out my flashlight.
a scream. And as you look down, you see all of these other passengers. Some of them are passed out. There's like 20 or 30 other passengers in the coach section. And way at the back, you see a little area where they've brought Andrew. And you see Tori kind of stand up and look out, and she slides some curtains closed. And the last thing that you really saw was his arms and legs were kind of like twitching about, and it looked like it was hard to see because you're pretty far away, but he was twitching, but his skin looked basically white, and you heard him scream, and then the curtain was pulled closed.
I want to say, Brad! Brad's still there?
Brad's down the aisle a bit, and he kind of looks up, and he like runs over. He's like, "Yes, sir, how can I help you?"
Give me your honest advice. Should I go use my psychic powers on Andrew right now?
Are you a doctor?
Obviously not! I'm a psychic, bro!
I don't know if...
Brad, honest advice. Should I go check on Andrew with my psychic powers?
Roll manipulate someone.
This might not be good for me if I manipulate. Can I tell you what I'm trying to do?
Sure.
Because I have a power called contrary. So when I seek out and receive someone's honest advice for the best course of action for something, if I do the opposite, I get a +1 on all my rolls. And if I do the opposite, I also get an experience point.
Honestly, I think the best advice is that everybody just takes their seat, and
I hear you. I hear you.
I don't think we need a psychic right now.
Yeah.
I think he's a little dehydrated, and I'm not a doctor, so I'm just kind of might have a headache.
All right.
Looks like.
Brad, that's good advice. I'm gonna do the exact opposite of that. I'm gonna go. I'm taking out my flashlight.
Sir, you don't need... There's lights, and the lights flicker again. He's like, okay, bring the flashlight.
Psychic, and then I'm gonna walk to the back and investigate.
While you're doing that, you have the papers and the vial.
Yeah, I start to go through them.
I'm
kind of like, I'm tense, but I'm like, shit, if this is going to go crazy, then I'm going to start to get up to date on this.
As you're reading through the files, there's a lot of kind of like coded messages in here and things alluding to other things. I want you to roll investigate a mystery.
8.
So you get to ask me one of the investigate a mystery questions.
Okay. What sort of creature is it?
Based on what you can tell, the papers in here are very bizarre, and they allude to this idea of channeling ghosts into an actual form or a creature. And that Dr. Zed has been able to obtain a creature of some sort. And in order to smuggle it to Alaska, he's had to hide it somewhere that nobody could find it.
Oh my god, it's in him.
It's inside of him.
Mm-hmm.
It's perhaps
where the FDA doesn't look.
Yeah.
Body scans.
You
Maybe
you kind of like looking through those notes, and when you ask what kind of creature is it, you can find that information, and yeah, that seems like a logical option based on what's happening right now. It's at that moment that the lights go out completely, and you start to hear people scream, kind of freaking out a bit.
No emergency light?
After a few seconds, some emergency lights go on. It's now pretty dim lighting in the plane.
Okay.
And you see actually the door to the cockpit open up and another guy step out. Probably the co-pilot. And he shuts the door and he runs past you and Jasper, as he's running, he's kind of catching up to you, and he kind of pushes past you, and he's just like, sorry, and runs into the back where you just see a curtain drawn. There's still lights on behind the curtain, and you just hear violent, like, and you see flight attendants coming in and out, and everybody looks really panicked.
Wait, I can help. I'm a psychic. And I have a flashlight. And I'm going to just walk back and just be like, I gotta help. I'm a psychic.
As you come through the curtain, they all look up, and they're just like, are you a doctor?
In a way.
Okay, what is happening here? And you look down, and his eyes are completely white now. They're not even bloodshot. They're just completely white. He's screaming that he can't see. And there's blood coming out of his tear ducts. His teeth are gone. All of his fingernails are gone. His skin is flaking off. He kind of reaches up and runs his hand through his hair, and clumps of his hair come out. And he kind of reaches out and he grabs you by the shirt. And he pulls you in close again. And you just hear him yell, kill me! Kill me!
Guys, does anybody have any Vaseline and baby aspirin?
He throws you across the room, and you go slamming into one of the walls of the plane really hard, and you take 1 harm.
Oh, snap.
Not cool, Andrew.
Super strength.
And he's kind of jolting around in front of you. What are you going to do, Jasper?
I take out my Dramamine pills and I shove a bunch in his mouth.
As you do,
Go to sleep.
And he doesn't have sleep.
as you shove them into his mouth, he starts to like vomit blood, and you can see it oozing through your hand.
Just swallow it back down. Use the liquid to make it go down your throat easier. Somebody collect this blood. We need to put it back in his body somehow.
As you pull your hand away,
Get a pan.
you see that his mouth has started to change. And his mouth looks much wider than it was before. And as he opens it up, and blood is still pouring out, you can see 3 rows of razor-sharp teeth. And he lunges at you.
I am going to take out my garrote. Is that how it's pronounced?
Sure.
Does anybody know? Garrote.
Garrote.
I'm going to take out my garrote and be like, cha! Kind of like, you know, where the mouth is.
Roll to kick some ass.
Yeah.
Nice.
Here we go. This is where it happens. And,
So that is a 6. So that's an experience point.
That's going to be 1 experience point for you.
That's a win.
And you're
very experienced.
he bites your hand.
Ah!
And as he does so, he actually bites off your pinky finger.
Oh!
Finger!
And Tori stands up. That's going to be, by the way,
I don't think it would cause that much damage.
Yeah, it's barely. It's like the least used.
it's going to be
finger.
2 more harm.
If I take a baby aspirin, only 1 more.
No.
Where's my baby aspirin?
Tori jumps up and grabs you and leaves the room with you as they restrain Andrew. And you hear the man who ran past you, the co-pilot, and he's just like, what the hell is going on here? What is the... And as you're being rushed out of the room, and she has like a med kit, and she's like bandaging your hand. She's just like, sorry, we need to separate you from him. I'm so sorry. This I've been on like 20 flights. This has never happened. I am out of my league here. I know first aid. I am trained, and we're gonna get
I'm just going to grab them by the shoulder and be like, it's all right. You have Plet on board. That's us, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
And it's not just that
yeah.
one lady or man with the same name as us.
Yeah.
Okay.
We have a YouTube channel.
She brings you up to the front of the plane, and she's like bandaging you up there. And Victor, the big guy, kind of stands up and he's like, "What's going on? Are you okay? I was still waiting to play Scrabble. What's happening?"
Sorry. God, I forgot about that. Listen,
What
sometimes a
happened to your
psychic is
hand?
called into duty, and buddy, this happens
Why
literally all the time.
why are the lights out?
Don't worry. Listen, flashlight, ba-plink, ba-plink. We have light. We have one less finger. We have board games. There's someone dying in the back. We're all good.
At that moment, you see the co-pilot run out of the back room and rush up, and he rushes past you again, and he runs into the cockpit and slams the door, and you hear it lock. And there's a moment of silence, and you actually see Brad come rushing out of the curtain, and then all of a sudden, a tentacle wraps around him and pulls him back through the curtain with a scream, and everybody starts going crazy. And a voice on the radio says, "Everybody, it seems we have a situation on board. We're going to try to do an emergency landing. I want you all to just stay in your seats. Everything is fine. We have it under control." In that moment, the lights start flickering on and off. You hear screams from the back of the plane, and you guys look back, and you see the curtain get ripped off, and Andrew kind of stands there. His head is still attached, but his neck looks longer than usual, and his arms are super lanky. The tips of his fingers have turned into claws, and his mouth is huge with razor-sharp teeth inside. And he looks like he's about 8 feet tall, and he's this hunched over, really kind of weird, lanky-looking human form. And he lets out a loud roar that's kind of like this screeching, horrifying scream of a roar. And that's where we're going to take our 15 minutes. Welcome back.
Woo.
We've just taken our break. We've fed ourselves, and we are ready to get back on board this flight of fun.
But before we get started, I want a big shout out to Tabletop Audio for all the music choices tonight, curated by Kyle. Very spooky music, great feedback. I hope you guys enjoy it. Check it out, tabletopaudio.com, to make your games even better.
And be sure to visit our merch store at Teespring. Check out the links below, of course, mainly for Drakkenheim and the Dungeon Dudes, but to support us in everything we do, check it out on bit.ly/Dungeon Dudes merch or at the links below.
Maybe we should start considering some Monster of the Week merch.
I got these glasses at Dollarama.
You can buy yourself a pair of Steve Miami Ashcroft glasses at Dollarama. Also, a big thank you to Mitch for joining us today, playing Jasper
Thanks
Cunningham.
for having me. Always a pleasure.
So, bringing that character to life again, so thank you. I will also say today's episode is brought to you by Nerdarchy. They have a few days left on their Kickstarter for out-of-the-box encounters, which are a whole bunch of encounters that you can use to inspire your next adventure or your next campaign. So definitely check out that Kickstarter. It's awesome. Monty and I are both going in on it, and we're very excited for it.
Yes.
So let's get back to the flight.
So just regular flight.
Just a regular flight.
Monster.
They're not going to ground the plane or anything. This is
Why
just
would
normal casual.
Yeah.
Why would they?
Yeah, they
There's
want
nothing
something.
crazy happening.
Yeah.
And it's a 7-hour flight from... Yep.
We're on hour, 0.5? Like, the first half hour, this is all happening.
We just left the airport.
Yes. You guys haven't taken off yet. No, you have. I actually feel like there was some time in there that moved. Time is moving faster than we're making it on the stream.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is a scary movie where things don't always make sense because scary movies are sometimes full of plot holes, and we love it. So you guys are on board the flight. You've just encountered Andrew, the beast version, who is twisted and warped into a gangly monstrosity with claws and teeth, and his neck is too long, and his arms are too long, and his legs are too long. And as he throws the curtain rips it off and throws it aside. You see his body kind of open up and tentacles burst out of it and start grabbing passengers from the back of the plane. Well, the voice over the radio is saying, "Everybody please remain in your seats. We're dealing with an emergency on the flight." And at this moment, you see Victor stand up, and he's just like, "We need to barricade the front of the plane."
Yeah.
And I say, "Wait!" And I turn to, because Steve, you're in with me in first class, right?
Yeah, we're
And I
just
say,
chilling. We're just sipping the samosas.
We need to get to our stuff. So I want to read a bad situation, and I want to use one of my questions. What's our best way into the cargo hold?
Awesome. So as you guys bring up, you say to each other, "I need to get our stuff."
We need to get our stuff.
Victor runs up to you and he's like, "I need to get my stuff too. I'm going on a military assignment. I'm like going to be heavy duty security for a base out there. I have bags full of stuff in the cargo hold."
But do you have an assault rifle?
No? Why would you
We
need
need to get to our stuff.
Yeah.
You have an assault rifle?
Good doy.
Man, they did not equip me well enough for this. There's 2 ways I know into the cargo hold. Number 1, back of the plane, there's an entrance down to the cargo hold.
Perfect. Can't use it.
Yeah.
Second.
Great. Second one, about halfway up that plane there, where the monster is almost at, there is a hatch that goes into kind of an air ventilation system. I don't know if that's accurate. I don't know how planes are made. But it goes into a
It's a
ventilation...
special plane from
Yeah,
Boeing.
this is a unique, one-of-a-kind plane.
Yeah.
State-of-the-art, new
That
design.
you designed.
New design. I helped design this plane. That's why I know this. And there's this hatch, and it goes into a air duct system.
Oh, man.
It's pretty small. I don't think I would fit in, but you should be able to pop down and through and into the cargo hold underneath us.
I have an idea. Is there a kitchen at this like front part?
There is a small kitchenette between the first class and the coach.
Okay. So if I can get some water, I can at least try and see if it holy water, because from what I read in these notes, it is a ghost that's essentially like manipulated him and living in him. So I want to try it and see if that.
Do you want to do
does it.
bottled water? There's probably some bottled water that you could use.
Yeah,
Tori kind of is there, and she's like, "What do you guys need? What's the plan? What are we doing?
bottled water. And I'm thinking that if we all run,
We're
I
going
can
to kill it with water?"
holy water. I'm an ordained priest.
And this is kind of out of your element. If
Check
we
out the
experience any turbulence, like we'll come find you. But right now, like let us do our thing.
Yeah.
Richard kind of runs up with his little feather in his hat, and he's like, "Guys, what a story!" All right. So you guys are monster hunters, right?
So I changed my plan. We're going to take Richard and we're going to use him as a distraction while we go into the vent.
Edna stands up. She's like, "I can be a distraction."
No,
and she's like eating chips.
No, Edna, we like you.
But I can do it.
And your time is coming.
I was born for
promise.
this.
I promise that. But what I need you
What are
guys
we
to
even
do.
dealing with? And she looks out and she's like, "No. I'm not. I'm okay up here. Thank you." And she sits back down.
Exactly. Yeah. So Richard, so I figure if we can use the holy water to distract him and stop him, if I can go and get the actual like hatch up, I can kind of stop him where he is, and then people can kind of
We can
dive
go
into
down
the
in.
vent, right?
Dive down in.
As you're making this plan, people are screaming as
fine.
you see Andrew, now Monster Andrew, kind of wrap his tentacle around a passenger, bring them up to his mouth, and he starts eating them.
Oh,
But as he does, you can see his mass starting to grow as he's devouring
Can't be good.
the body.
Nope.
And the tentacles are like wrapping around other passengers. You see one guy start running towards you, and he's just like, "Hell!" And then he gets grabbed and pulled back, and he's like, "Save me!" And he gets pulled, and Edna just like, Edna runs past you guys and closes the curtain between first class and coach, and is just like, "Okay, I feel a little bit better. I feel a little. What are we? I want off this plane. I would like off this plane right now. Get me off this plane."
We're doing this.
She is frantic. She's grabbing at you, Steve, and
Edna?
and she's yelling to get her off this plane.
Vouch. What's the big guy's name?
Victor.
Victor. Start your barricade.
All right.
Wait, but then we can't.
So we're not going for the stuff.
No, we're
and he
go-
starts piling.
No way.
And we'll dive over it because we're going. it's a one-way trip, baby.
Okay, start on the ground. Start on the
One-way
ground
trip.
and build it up. So I was gonna ask, what's the best way to protect the victims? So not just the victims in here, but the victims out there.
The victims out there are going to have trouble. The victims in here can be protected by the barricade, but also anything you can do to keep the monster distracted
Okay.
until you can
Guys,
deal with it.
I'm on distraction.
Okay.
I have an idea.
Do you want me to get you some holy water then?
Tori,
Yeah.
do you have a sprinkler system in this airplane? Like if there's a fire?
I'm probably. Is that something that's on airplanes?
Where do you...
No.
Is it? Tori, you should know this.
I didn't pay attention.
What's the big guy's name?
Victor.
What do we have?
Yeah, Victor, you designed this plane. Is there a sprinkler system if there's a fire? Tori, think through the seatbelt scenario. Where do you point?
At what point
When
do you
there's a
point at the sprinkler? rehearse.
Sprinkler system, Tori.
No, there was nothing in the rules about a sprinkler system.
Okay.
They're just less flammable.
Are those sprinklers?
Okay, they're just less
There's
flammable.
no
Um,
sprinkles.
Okay.
That's
I got an
okay.
idea.
But is there?
Victor's like, I think there's a sprinkler system.
Okay.
I'm not going based on thinks of.
Why? What's your
things.
plan?
Well, if we can make holy water and we have a sprinkler system, we could potentially have a whole lot of holy water.
Question: if I take a fire extinguisher and I bless it, does that count as holy water?
Probably.
Holy foam?
There's probably
Victor's
there's water
piling
in everything.
like people's luggage up in front of the passage,
Yep.
and he's like, "Guys, I don't think luggage is gonna hold. What else do we got?"
All right, I'm gonna go to Richard. I'm gonna take his pencil. Give me that.
Hey,
I'm gonna
That's
break
what-
his pencil in half.
my story.
I'm going to take everybody's tissues and then go to the bathroom and take some toilet paper.
Okay.
You following me?
No.
We have a pencil in half and a bunch of tissue paper. Now, I'm going to find a trash can.
And throw
Is
it
there
in
a
the
trash can?
garbage.
I'm putting the toilet paper and loose paper into the trash can. And then, I learned this from a prison documentary. I'm going to take both ends of the pencil and take out the
Graphite?
Yeah.
graphite.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
whatever else is in there. Then, using one of the
conductive.
plugs that you will plug in something like your phone to charge, I'm going to wrap these graphite ends in some of that paper, put it into the plug socket, which will start a circuit, causing this paper to catch on fire, in which I throw into the trash can. And then I go, now what? Now what? What do I do with this fire, guys? What do I do with this fire?
So Jasper just created a fire because he's a psychic.
Roll
scientist.
act under pressure.
On the plane.
Psychic scientist.
Nice. Roll under pressure?
Act under pressure.
Oh,
yeah.
act under pressure. Oh, that's not good. That's a 7.
So you have this fire.
We created fire.
It's.
I got this fire, guys.
I got an idea. I'll let you.
I'm giving you your hard choice.
Okay.
You can use the fire against the monster to do damage to it, but there's a good chance it's going to catch part of the plane on fire.
Mm-hmm.
Or you can keep the fire where it is and figure out something else to do with it. Those are your two actions right now. As you're panicking and everybody's yelling different things at you, somebody's like, set the barricade on fire, and somebody else is like, that's a horrible idea, throw it at the creature, and somebody else is like, no, put it out.
Why is there fire?
Why is there fire on a plane? What do? You have a moment to act.
I'm going to... I'm going to chuck it at the monster.
All right.
Yeah.
The fire
Eat it, Andrew.
throws over the barricade as Victor's piling it up. You whip this trash can, this flaming trash can, over. It rolls down the aisle, hits the monster, and kind of like, I don't know, catches his
Sparks.
leg on fire.
Ah,
And he
is there any
takes...
vodka around here?
He takes...
That's what I was gonna say. Like we
Yeah.
have the mimosa. Grab the champagne.
He takes one harm,
Spray it on him.
but the seat next to him catches on fire too. And so the fire starts to spread around him, and he starts screaming as he grabs another passenger and starts eating them and growing in mass even larger. The fire is now on the plane. That's going to be another thing that you're going to have to figure out.
So I'm assuming that there's a fire extinguisher.
Yes, Tori runs up with a fire extinguisher, and she's
I
like,
grab it.
"Why the hell would you start a fire on a plane?"
I say,
I know exactly how this is going to turn out, Tori.
good distraction. Guys, follow me. And I start to like hop over the barricade.
I'm gone with
and
her.
I pull the
I'm
pin.
going too.
And I've got it ready.
The three of you are going to roll act under pressure to jump over the barricade.
Da-na-na-na. 8.
7.
3.
All right. You two can jump over the barricade, but you're going to knock it down, making it take longer for it to get build back up.
I'm okay with that.
Okay.
That's fine.
Victor's got something to do.
Yeah.
Okay. So you jump through, knock over the barricade that he had just built about halfway up. It flies out towards the monster as you guys, like, basically, because you're running in that direction. So it all, like, half the stuff flies in that direction. And Victor's like, damn it! And Jasper tries to jump right behind you guys, but since the barricade is, like, tumbling over, he, like, just he lands on one of the baggages and just stumbles forward. And you hit the ground and, like, do a little roll forward, landing in front of them and about 15 feet in front of the monster, who then looks at you. And the monster lets out a scream, and a tentacle flies out towards you. What do you do?
I am going to dive into one of the aisles.
All right, that's going to be another act under pressure roll.
I want to... Can I protect him?
Yeah.
I want to give a... I want to grab one of the bags and try to swat the tentacle out of the air.
Nice.
Okay, I'm going to let... You're still going to roll act under pressure to see how that dive goes, and you're going to roll to protect someone.
Boom! I ain't scared of no ghost. I got a 9.
I got a 6.
All right. So your act under pressure is a failure mark experience. You dive towards one of the aisles and completely miss, and you just dive headfirst into a row of seats. And your flashlight flies out of your hand and rolls and hits the monster's foot as its tentacle swings out at you, and Steve throws the luggage and it knocks the luggage back.
I want to swing it. Like I want to swing it like a baseball bat.
You
like
swing it
to knock it
and
out of the way.
Throw it and to knock it.
Like yeah, I want like as it's coming, I want to like hit it out of the.
You do so, but it hits the luggage back into your face, and you take one harm.
Ow!
And it roars and starts charging towards you. What's your next move, guys?
Where is the
You see, kind of
Where's
in
the
the
thing?
aisle, the hatch
Yep.
is halfway between you and the monster. So there's about 20 feet, so it's 10 feet ahead of you. And it's about 5 feet in front of Jasper,
Okay.
who's just banged his head on a
I have the extinguisher.
extinguisher, yeah.
So what I'm thinking is, I say, go for the hatch. I start and I vault over Jasper, who I assume is like down a little bit because you tripped.
Yeah.
So I kind of like vault over him. I kind of like slide in front of the hatch, and I like unleash the fire extinguisher on like the fire and the beast.
I'm going to have you roll kick some ass.
Yeah.
I have 5 experience points now.
Is that a level up?
Apparently. Yeah,
I think for the
filled it.
sake of this game, we'll level up. If you hit your level up point, we'll level up at the end.
I'm gonna use a luck point.
All
I
right.
rolled 2 ones.
First luck point.
points.
Yeah, guys, remember those?
Oh, yeah.
Luck points can be used at any time to succeed on a roll or take no harm. And so, but they only have a certain amount, and once they're out of luck, I get to play it even worse for them.
So yeah, I'm gonna use a luck point to kick some ass.
Nice.
Very
Using
nice.
the extinguisher.
So that automatically gives you a 10. So you get to choose an extra effect. You gain the advantage, take +1 forward, or give +1 to another hunter. You inflict terrible harm, so +1 harm. You suffer less harm, -1, or you force them where you want them.
I'm gonna force them where I want them. So I want him back. I want him to like move away from the hatch.
Okay, so you run forward, you jump over Jasper, you start spraying the creature with
Power
the-
slide like
yeah, you power slide. Did you holy the? I don't think you have. Yet.
I haven't yet. No.
Okay, so you're spraying it, and it recoils from the foam. It doesn't know what's going on, and so it kind of like staggers backwards. But as it does, you just see this cloud of like foam and mist, and a tentacle lashes out, and it's going to hit you for. Where are my monsters at? There we go. 2 harm.
Oh, no.
So it hits you for 2 harm, and it wraps around your leg and starts pulling you.
And I take the still heavy metal container of the thing, and I bash the tentacle off my leg.
Roll kick some ass again.
It says luck 2 is a 12, right?
Oh, yeah.
So
That's-
she's like, she kicked its ass, though, right?
10 or higher until you level up and choose
Oh.
an advanced feature.
8.
All right. So on an 8, I think you guys do harm to each other. So you manage to bash the tentacle off, but as it comes off of your leg, it rips part of your flesh off as well,
Oh.
and you take 2 more harm.
Whoa.
I'm opening the hatch.
Yeah. Act under pressure.
Is it open up? Open sesame. 9.
Nice, team.
9. So you open that. So I need to give you a outcome, I believe. With act under pressure, 7 to 9. Yeah. Okay. So you can open the hatch, but it's actually a really heavy hatch, and the monster is coming towards you. There's only enough time for one of you to jump in before the monster is on top of you, and you have to make the choice on whether it's on which 3 of the you're going to usher into the hatch.
Because it's like a cloud of smoke, right?
Yeah.
I grab Truman and I throw her into the hatch.
Oh.
I slide you into the hatch because you got like the tentacle. Like I pull her out of the tentacle and I throw her down the hatch.
Awesome. She gets thrown down the hatch as like another tentacle flies forward and slams the hatch closed again.
Darn it!
And it steps out of the mist, and you can see now that it's eaten a few of the passengers who are all rushing towards the front. And as you look back, Victor's trying to build this barricade, and there's people like knocking it down, clambering over, and he's freaking out. And you actually see the monster has grown about twice in size, and he's no longer really gangly. He actually has like extra arms starting to protrude out of him, and you can see actually as you look at his face, part of Brad's face in the top of his head, and you see
Is
like
he still wearing the ascot?
yeah
Is that part of it?
yes and he's kind of like melding these people into like his form as he lurches forward
Not gross.
towards
Not
you.
even gross
Yeah.
or anything.
We should probably get behind the barrier.
Well, I was thinking, no, I'm going for it. This is my question for Truman and Keeper. Does the fire extinguisher stay?
Truman?
I hit it. I wouldn't go down the vent with it though. I
Okay.
probably like hit it and like dropped it.
I pick it up and I do, and I'm doing a like a route around it. So I'm gonna go across the seats and I'm gonna go try to get behind it, and I'm spraying it to like try to like, hey, Brad, The mimosas sucked.
You yell that, and the monster screams and lunges towards you.
I'm throwing luggage at it too.
You're hucking luggage. So I'm gonna.
I'm getting around it.
I'm gonna have.
Come on, Jasper. There's another way down.
I'm gonna have both of you roll to kick some ass.
Da-na-na-na-na-na-na-na. I'm definitely gonna use a luck point.
Like a good roll. On it.
Yeah.
I got like a 7, so I'm gonna use a luck point, and I'm gonna kick its ass.
Okay. What about you, Jasper?
I'm also gonna use a luck point.
Fair. So you
It's gonna
both
be the coolest
succeed.
thing.
You both take 2 harm,
Ow!
but you both get to choose one of the kick some ass features, and then we'll get to you.
Yeah.
Kick some ass.
On a 10 plus, there's a few options that you get.
Advantage, take +1 forward, or do +1.
I want to force them where I want them.
Okay. Where do you want it?
Circling around, kind of.
More central?
Yeah, going in, kind of trying to get him to go over the seats to try to chase me. So he's kind of like stuck in the seats instead of like in the aisle.
As you spray him in the face, he slaps you with a tentacle and starts climbing over the seats towards you, kind of getting like locked into the seats and like tumbling a little bit. Jasper, what do you want to do with your thrown
So,
luggage?
If he's gonna force the monster where he wants him, like, does that pretty much mean we can get to the back?
Yes.
Go for it.
Then I'm going to, using that advantage, take 1 less harm.
Okay, so you take 1 harm.
So I'm gonna take away 1 harm.
I was just doing like a, but like I'll take it.
Let me-
Like I'll take it.
You're like, yeah, and as he runs by, he fist bumps you as he heads to the
I
back.
realized it's actually
yeah.
just an arm from the monster. Like I'm like ah, creepy.
I'm still chucking luggage.
But
and
you're
then-
heading towards the back?
Yeah, I'm getting towards the back.
We cut to Truman.
Nice.
You have just entered a very small, very narrow
shaft.
shaft. And it's very dark in here.
Oh, great. Okay. There's no like emergency lighting or anything?
Not in a shaft.
No. Okay. Shaft. So I can't see anything.
No, you can feel that there's walls on either side of you and you're in a crawling position.
If I open the hatch and leave it open, will I have light?
Actually, as you open the hatch, Jasper's flashlight is sitting by the seats there.
Oh.
Remember, you dropped it?
I
Yeah,
grab it. I
nice.
grab it.
Cool. So the hatch, you guys see the hatch just open a little and a hand grab Jasper's flashlight and go back in. So you now have a flashlight.
Cool. I turn it on and I look to see where it leads.
So it's basically a long tube that goes down, and you can see far off in the distance kind of some ventilation shafts that go downwards that seem like you could enter the cargo hold
I
from
start to vigorously wiggle down the hallway on hands and like elbows and
there. I'm gonna make you make an act under pressure roll because it's a very tight fit.
9.
All right. You're wiggling down. If you're going to move at a decent pace, it's going to actually make a lot of noise. Or you can move at a slower pace and be quiet.
I'm gonna be quiet.
All right.
Yeah.
So you are slowly wiggling your way down with the flashlight.
Mm-hmm.
And that's all for now. Jasper, you're heading towards the back of the plane. What's up?
Yeah. I am trying to find the exit to get down to the bottom. So, how about I read a bad situation?
Yeah,
Okay.
let's do it.
Okay. That would be so that it's probably not going to be good.
I think you get another experience point.
Read a bad situation. Ooh, no. So that is 7.
All right, so you get to ask me one of those questions.
What's the best way in to
The cargo hold?
the cargo hold? Yes.
So as you rush into the back, where you see bits of Brad and other passengers,
The ascot.
you take the ascot.
No, it covers up my my medallion. I take it off.
You do see that there's like a little door off to the side with like a little spiral staircase down.
Okay. Steve, I found it.
Steve, what are you doing?
I'm screaming as I'm running from the tentacle monster. I'm trying to play like kind of like a chase thing where I'm kind of like trying to just stay enough away from it that he can't get to me, but close enough that he continues his pursuit. So I'm just playing that dangerous game.
The Benny Hill
Yeah.
going in circle.
Act under pressure. Go.
Hey! Oh, that's a cool spin. And it's at 9.
Nice. What
All right.
the heck, dude?
You're.
Good rolls.
I need you to fail, Steve. I need you to fail.
Steve can never fail.
So Steve is running in circles through the seats and around this monster. You can continue to keep it where you want it, which is actually keeping everybody else on the plane safe because you are distracting it. But it's going to rage at you. Or you can stop attacking it and it's not going to rage at you.
I'm a gosh darn hero. Steve Miami Ashcroft. I forgot my last name. He's got this.
The monster rips one of the seats out of the ground
Cool.
and hucks it at you.
Ah!
I need you to, you're going to roll another act under pressure.
Easy. I get...
There we go.
Oh, no.
Experience point.
I get experience points.
Yes, you do.
I get a 5.
So the seat collides with you.
I'm taunting it.
Yeah, you're like laughing at it and you're yelling at it and spraying it with this foam, and it just hurls a seat at you, and it hits you.
Fair.
It's a big seat too. Like and it hits you. It does 2 harm.
Ow.
And it knocks you over. And so you are now laying prone on the ground as the monster comes up over top of you.
How far away is he from me?
You are in the back, so he's about like 15 feet.
I'm not even worried because I look under the seats for a skateboard.
No? You don't have your duffel bag?
I don't need a duffel bag. I'm just super prepared all the time. When you need something unusual or rare, roll sharp. On a 10, I have it right here. I just need
Fine.
I just need I get a 12.
As you land, and the monster looms over you, and like saliva and blood dripping from its mouth into your face, you look over and you see a skateboard.
And I go, sorry, Andy, this bird's got to fly. And I put it under my back and I kick off the monster and I roll back down the aisle.
Nice. I'm going to see this. I'm going to see it and then open up the door to the downstairs. And as soon as he's within reach, grab him, pull him into the door with me.
Now, you're at
Is
the
this too
back
much?
of the plane in like the little compartment that they were working on Andrew. He's like out here in the plane kicking off this way.
Oh.
Or which
He's not
I
coming
was,
towards me?
So the way I pictured it, I was going down the aisleway back towards the first class.
Okay.
Oh, towards the first class.
Yeah, like because I feel like he cornered me in like the.
That's fine.
And
That's
then I just
great.
launched
Oh,
myself
gosh.
this way, and so he's like still down near the end of the plane.
So Jasper, you see the monster looming over Steve, and then you just see Steve say, "What did you say?" Sorry, Andy, this bird's got to fly.
And I give him the
he
peace
kicks,
sign.
and you just see him soar on a skateboard on his back down the aisle, and he crashes through Victor's.
Not again!
Yeah, and he's just like, and he's like trying to pile things, and the monster looks at Steve flying away and looks to you, Jasper. What do you do?
Yeah, I'm going to go into that door and then use my Garrett to double lock it.
Awesome.
Bit of privacy.
It's like the bathroom.
Nervous.
As you close it and double lock it, the creature slams against the door and it makes a huge dent in it, and then it tries to pull it open. I'm gonna have you roll act under pressure to see how well your knot was.
Come on. Gosh, I'm not.
Oh, nice.
9.
The door holds for now.
Yes.
That's all that does. At this point, the monster turns towards the hatch. Truman, you're wriggling softly.
Softly. How close am I?
You still got another about 20 feet to go.
Okay.
How far away did I say it was?
I don't know. 10, 15, I don't know.
How close is
You're
she?
about halfway there.
Okay.
Yeah.
It hasn't opened the hatch yet, though, right?
No.
I'm gonna keep going. And this time, can I hear the commotion going on?
You can hear actually like this thud, thud, thud coming closer to over top of you.
Oh, and it knows I'm there, right?
It saw you go.
Okay,
I mean, it was covered in foam and stuff, but it saw the hatch open and...
go. I start to wriggle faster.
All right. Roll act under pressure.
Wriggle faster! Wriggle faster!
Oh.
A lot of act under pressure tonight, but there's a lot of pressure.
6.
Uh-oh. So as you wriggle, part of the floor gets ripped up just in front of you, and you see the monster's head look in, and it hisses at you.
Oh, God. Okay.
What do you do?
And the flashlight's on.
Flashlight's on.
I stick the flashlight in its face. Is there multiple like light levels on this one, or is it just a regular
Yeah, you
flashlight?
can adjust the luminosity.
I luminosity it up to the mostest.
Luminosity!
Right in its face.
Like, you're pointing it at its face, or you're sticking it in its face?
I mean, like, if I were to take a flashlight and put it really close to your eye, it would be very uncomfortable.
All right.
You would say something like, "Oh, my eye."
Like,
I think... I don't think this is kick some ass. I think this is still act under pressure. So
Okay.
I'm gonna get you to do one more of those, just because you're not really fighting it.
nope.
It
getting
eats the
so much-
flashlight.
Oh
It
gosh.
bites it out of your hands
Uh-oh.
and rips it away.
Experience now.
It starts to pull itself down, and you can hear its bones like cracking as it's trying to wedge itself into.
Question: does
Yeah.
it get stuck?
We're gonna get there in a second. Steve, you've just passed into first class, knocking over the barricade. Victor looks frustrated, and he
Can I
looks.
see the yeah?
You see the back end of the monster sticking out as it's ripped off part of the floor, and it's starting to try to attack Truman.
Edna, now!
Edna comes running up. She's like, "What?"
And I just start. I hand her like a piece of luggage, and we just start hucking it at the monster. I'm like,
Roll manipulate someone because she is pretty frantic. She's not having a good time with this.
look, listen, lady. 8.
Mr. Miami, I don't want to go out there.
I know this, but this is your moment to shine. Did you want to be a senior detective or just a junior detective?
I think in this situation, I'm okay being a junior detective, sir.
Look, all you got to do is throw these things I hand to you at the monster. This is your initiation into Plet.
Am I allowed to open that door there? She points to the door to the outside of to open the plane. She's like, I think we should just open that and jump out.
Yeah, that's not a good idea.
Are you sure? Because I'm really thinking about it.
Yeah, I'm Edna. I think I'm demoting you to not a detective.
Okay, I'll throw the bag. Throw the bag.
Good girl. We just gotta throw. We gotta distract this thing.
She runs forward because she doesn't have a very good throw. So she runs forward a bit and hucks it, and it lands at the monster's feet. And the monster stops and turns around and jumps on Edna.
I tackle her to save her.
Roll protect someone.
Oh gosh, no, Edna. It's tough, right?
Yes.
I got a 12.
All right, so you can either choose you suffer little harm, all impending danger is now focused on you, you inflict harm on the enemy, or you hold the enemy back.
I'm going to... All impending danger is focused on me. So I want to, like, push her into the aisle of the seat so she's, like, hits the ground.
As the creature stops bothering Truman and jumps for Edna, You shove Edna, and the creature lands on you, biting into your shoulder.
Oh, no.
She's going to do 3 harm.
Can I use a luck point
Yes.
to take 0 harm?
Yes.
I do that. So I'm just gonna try to power through it.
It bites into your shoulder, and it hurts. It hurts so bad, but somehow you muscle through it. But the creature now has you pinned to the ground and is determined to eat you. Nope.
Okay.
Jasper.
Okay. I'm just going to throw out all the rules about keeping airplane mode on my phone and be like, just kind of look at my phone like, is it worth it? Is it such an emergency that I think I can do this? And I finally decide yes, and I turn off airplane mode, and I'm going to call a net friend.
Awesome.
I speed dial Jasper 2. Bring, bring.
This is Jasper 2 speaking. What's up?
Jasper, buddy, how are you
Jasper!
doing? How
How's
you
it
doing?
going?
I'm doing all right. Did you see that they're going to come out with this like Blu-ray with all the Avengers?
Jasper!
and all that stuff?
You're still watching Blu-rays, man. I can send you a torrent.
Well, I was thinking about getting Disney Plus. Okay, listen, I got
What's
some more
up? What's
inputs.
up?
Okay, listen, I'm on this plane. It's
Cool.
it's the one that's 7 hours long to Antarctica.
I don't know that one. Are you sure it's not Alaska?
I mean, yes, Alaska.
oh,
That's his
cool. I know
resume.
that one. Yeah.
Look up the flight. Look up the schematics to the airplane. Look up where they put the bags, especially the ones with guns and stuff in them. Now, imagine that somebody can't see and they're in the shaft at the back of the plane and they need to find those luggage. I need you to direct me where those bags
This is a
are.
really confusing line of questions, Jasper.
Jasper 2, come on, this is just like when we make
Okay,
maps for
give me-
D&D. You know how to do this.
Give me a second. All right, I got some schematics up here. So you're looking for guns?
I'm looking for the bag. So I have a bag and my shotgun's in the bag. I need to get some weapons.
What part of the plane are you in right now?
I'm, at the back where they kind of like microwave all the dinners and where there's a little secret hatch.
yeah.
I'm right there. I'm like right behind the secret hatch. Buddy, that garrote trick that you told me,
yeah.
garrote trick, nobody has been given to the bathroom
Yeah,
since
don't
I've
call it
been
a
using
garrote.
that.
It's not called a like. Have you been saying that?
I just have a friend named Garrett, and I just feel weird calling this tool of death the same thing as my friend's name,
Well, fair enough.
Okay.
So you're in this little area here. Like, I mean, you want to know how to get to the cargo hold?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. In front of you should be a door.
Okay, I'm going through it.
All right, you're in the cargo hold now.
Yes, I am.
What else do you want?
You know what? I have
There was just a door there.
I have a flashlight on my phone. Can you just hold on? I'm gonna put it in speakerphone. Okay, here we go. Okay, is there a sprinkler system in this airplane?
No.
Okay, all right. Now listen.
Making a call on that. No, there's not.
I just need you to do some quick research for me. Say, have you read or has any of your research stumbled upon monsters, kind of like people who are possessed by things, and when the monster takes over the body, they just kind of like assimilate other bodies? Have you heard of that? Jasper 2?
Yeah, I've been watching a TV show that's something like that.
Okay, how do you kill it on the TV show?
You need a little girl with magic, I think.
Okay. All right. Can you just stay on the line? You're not doing anything, are ya?
I mean, I'm out for dinner with my wife.
Jasper 2, we all know
married.
you don't have a wife.
I was watching Netflix with my stuffed animals.
That's what I thought, Jasper 2. Can you hang on a second?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna just put it on hold. Boop. And then I'm gonna use the flashlight to find our bags. And are they all down there?
It's a big cargo hold, and there's a lot of stuff down here, including Steve's car, which is right in front of you.
Dope.
But your bags are not with the car.
Okay,
As
I'm
you're-
gonna put them off
Yeah.
with hold. Jasper, where's the baggage?
Oh man,
I'm
have
just
you
in a
seen
room
this
with a
show
car.
on Netflix?
What are you watching?
Watching Nailed It.
Nailed it. That is a good show.
Yeah, man,
You
it's
know-
so funny. They try to bake a cake, but then they can't bake the cake.
And they
right.
just
It's-
make fun of them the
oh,
whole
man.
time.
Meanwhile, Truman, the monster is focused somewhere else.
Yep.
Right now. What do you do?
I'm still gonna go down, but now I'm like more feeling forward to where this like thing is because I don't have a flashlight.
You make it to
Down.
a downward.
Okay, I go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you have to push it out first.
Yeah.
So
I get my body on it, and I actually like, even though there isn't a lot of space, I use my weight on an elbow.
roll act under pressure.
10.
Yeah.
All right. So you actually, as you apply your body weight, it drops out, but you don't drop with it.
Oh, okay. And then I do like, I kind of do a somersault forward, but I'm holding on to the edge so that my feet come out, and I'm kind of just hanging from the edge and let go.
So you're hanging there. Jasper, you see
Like a flashlight.
Truman just, as you're showing, you hear all this commotion and you see something drop from the ceiling a little ways down the cargo hold, and you see Truman just drop out and hang there.
Okay, we'll watch that show together sometime. I gotta go.
Steve,
Where I'm pinned
you are
under a
pinned
monster.
by the monster, and it is about to...
I'm not even worried because I reach into a nearby purse and I grab some like spray makeup and I spray it in its eyes.
See if it's there.
10.
All right.
It's totally there.
So you pull out...
I just reach and grab it and I spray it like it's like a thick like matte black
You do this, and the monster actually recoils off of you.
and I get it right in its eyes like
Victor runs forward. He grabs you. He picks you up with both his hands.
I feel so safe.
And he tosses you in towards the first class section. And he... you had the fire extinguisher as well, right?
I think when I got knocked by the chair, I think it's
He picks up the fire extinguisher and runs and just bashes the creature in the head.
Get it,
with
Victor.
it. And you see its head actually cave in a bit.
Oh,
And it
yeah.
falls down onto the ground, and Victor jumps on top of it and starts bashing its head with the fire extinguisher. And everybody kind of comes forward and is watching as he's just bashing it, and its head turns into mush. And it stops moving. And Victor stands up and he turns back to you guys and he's like, "It's okay." And then just then, the body rips open and this tentacly mass emerges from it. And this time, actually, it loses some of its form and it actually hovers into the air. And you see it kind of reminds you a bit of the sad man from the ghost house. It's this black, smoky mass, but this time it has all of these tendrils coming out of it. And it rips itself out of the body. And the tendrils wrap around Victor and start to squeeze. And you can see he starts to... like, they start to kind of go into his flesh, and you just see, like, blood start oozing out of him as he gets lifted into the air. And slowly, you watch as his limbs are spread out and ripped apart. And you just see his flesh and organs and bones all get absorbed into this mass as it just floats there. And you hear this ominous scream that sounds like a chorus of multiple voices in your head. What do you do, Steve?
Now, Edna, open the door.
Edna runs to the door to get out of the plane and starts trying to open it, and Tori grabs her and starts trying to pull her off. She's like, "No, we need to get... Are we jumping out of this plane? We can get... There's things for that." Parachutes. As she's struggling with the door, we go back to Jasper and Truman, who are now in the cargo hold.
Do I see him?
Yeah.
Okay. Jasper! Oh my gosh, I need some first aid. Can we find some first aid?
I need some first aid too. Let's
Yeah.
get some first aid. I'm
You're
sure
on
they
the
keep
phone.
it
Are you
down
on the phone
here.
with Jasper?
I just hung up. Did you want to say something?
Oh,
could
I
call
was
him
going to
back.
ask him to look up where the schematics and the first aid kit.
Speed dial. Can I do this?
I think you can only use it once. What does it say?
Did you lose signal?
I guess you can probably only use it once. You know, a lot of people on the internet,
bridges.
they're available. They can.
Oh, no, you can do it again, but you have to roll.
Okay. Let's hope that I get it.
Roll it.
Speed dial. 8.
What does that say?
That is, they're prepared to help. But it's either going to take some time or you're going to have to do part of it yourself.
Hey, this is Jasper 2.
Jasper, thank you for picking up, buddy. One more question.
I cannot get through this show. You're what is it, Jasper?
Turn on the subtitles and help out a friend with the same name as you, okay?
It's Netflix. I just paused it, man. I'm making some popcorn.
You know,
for
that's
me
very
and,
nice
me and
of
my
you.
friends.
That's very considerate. Thank you very much. Plus, we all know you don't have friends. Listen,
Ask
I
him
meant
where the
my
first aid
stuffed
kits
animals.
are.
where are the first aid things in this plane? We're down in, you know where we are. We're down in the little hold.
They don't keep first aid in the cargo hold, man. They're back in that section towards the back there.
Nothing? No first aid in the
There's
back?
no first aid back here.
No, in the back where they like prepare the meals and stuff, and like if somebody's injured, they kind of keep the
Okay.
yeah. They're
Huh.
Garroted. Okay, stay on the line.
I say we then weapon up. The car's here, right?
The car's here. I've seen the car.
Okay, the car's here. If we can find our luggage and then head upstairs
Think
and
we
help
can
Steve
makeshift
out.
some bandages?
We might be able to.
I
Is there
could just
any,
use somebody's sock to at least like.
as you
cover
guys
my
are
pinky.
looking around. I'm gonna have you, one of you, roll investigate a mystery. Who wants to?
I got it.
Truman.
Mystery.
Truman's got
Oh, hold on. Hold on. I'm investigating.
Still investigating.
10.
I'm gonna kind of change this one. Instead of asking me one of the questions, I'm gonna have you find something.
Okay.
So you rolled a 10. So you see all of your luggage, as well as a package with it's a camo bag that's actually really huge.
Amazing.
Nice.
And
It's
it
Victor's
says
bag.
Victor on it.
Oh, I'm going for. Okay. You get your bag
Okay.
and get my assault rifle out of mine.
You got it.
I go for Victor's bag to see if there's any first aid or weapons that are better than ours.
As you open up Victor's bag, it is full of handguns. There's a flamethrower.
Nice.
There's what else? There's some tools. There's a first aid kit.
Yeah.
Yes.
And there are a bunch of video game magazines.
Ooh.
There is a Nintendo Switch. And
Would've gotten along.
he was playing some games, and he has a lot of games packed in there too. But there's some handguns, a few grenades for some reason,
throw
and a flamethrower.
the switch into the car.
Okay, nice. We're taking this.
Steal dead Victor's Switch.
Yes. I don't know he's dead yet. We're just taking it because he has a lot of games. The first aid kit. Can we
Yeah.
both heal ourselves?
One of you can
What are you
heal.
I'm at 4.
I'm at 4 too,
Okay.
but you can take it if you want.
You sure?
Yeah.
Okay. I will bandage my leg that got
Now, when we
You
get out
replenish
of here, I'll
2
take
harm.
one.
2 harm. Or can we do 1 each?
No.
Wish we could do 1 each. Okay.
I'm gonna just take both bags. I'm gonna take like all of our bags.
All right.
I'm taking Joe's bag. I mean Steve's bag, Truman's bag, and
Well,
my bag.
I'm gonna grab my bag,
Okay.
and then as I do, I'm gonna take out my assault rifle. And can I use some of my custom bullets?
Sure.
Okay. That are silver, I guess. And I pop them in my assault rifle.
All right.
I also want to find, is there any water? Do I see like how they have, I guess like food and stuff? Would there be any food or areas or any packaged goods
Like big
down here?
trays of like bottled water or like
the cargo hold
emergency
is
supplies?
just luggage. Like, it's people's luggage down here. You're not in like a
emergency
section of the
supplies.
plane that people like go into a lot. This is
No.
like where they throw the bags and then leave them for the flight. And then like if they need to go in, there's that little entrance.
Okay.
But this is not a place where you're going to find, like, that's all up the stairs that you went down at the back of the plane.
Okay.
There is a section there where you can find that sort of stuff.
Okay. Did Victor have throwing knives?
I told you everything that Victor had.
He didn't have. Okay.
So we're
He
grabbing
has
all
a
the
hatchet.
bags.
I mean,
Oh,
he's
a hatchet.
Ooh, I pick up
Score.
that. I pick up the hatchet too. Because I have a big knife, but...
Let's go out the way that I came in.
Yep.
Because it's locked and the monster couldn't get down there. Plus, I think I saw, or actually, Jasper 2 told me there's another med kit right by that door.
Sweet.
We cut to Steve. Everybody is panicked. The monster is now floating in the middle of the room and like slowly hovering towards you.
And I want how's Edna doing on the door?
Edna, I'm gonna have you roll act under pressure for Edna because you're trying to root her on to
Go, Edna, go. Get it. 5. She won't use my bonuses, right?
No.
No.
She gets a
failed.
5 and she just starts screaming and she falls to the ground and starts crying. And Tori's like, are we jumping out of this plane?
Tori, I'm kind of busy right now.
At this point, the door to the cockpit flings open and a woman steps out and she's just like, what the hell is happening on my... What is that? And she sees the monster and starts like screaming too.
There's bodies everywhere, right?
Yeah.
Alive and dead?
Yes.
I look for the one that is the air marshal.
All right.
So I go and grab the air marshal's gun.
Is it there?
I get it. 14.
The air marshal has been standing there the whole time, too afraid to move. He's like strapped into a seat.
And I just grab his gun and I
And-
need this.
Oh my god.
All right.
And I just start shooting the monster as I walk towards it, all cool like Steve Miami Ashcroft style.
So you're walking towards it, shooting.
shooting a gun in a pressurized cabin. Just
Just
to be clear.
as the back door flies open and Truman and Jasper step out at the back of the plane with their bags. Roll kick some ass.
Do
it!
Oh, 7? It's a 7.
You can shoot the monster, hurting it badly, but one of your bullets is going to hit the side of the plane. Or you can not do as much harm to the monster and everything is fine.
Everything's fine. I don't do as much. I'm kind of like, they're more like warning shots. So I'm hitting them into the seats and around it. Like
a few of them hit the seats and one of them hits the monster, doing 2 harm to it.
Noise.
bang, 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 bang.
But at the same time, the captain is yelling. She's like, "Stop firing guns in the plane! We're gonna take this whole thing down!
Stop letting monsters on the plane, and then I want to shoot my guns."
Oh my god!" What are you two doing at the back of the plane?
I
I'm-
grabbed the health pack.
Yeah, I'm looking for water.
There are a lot of bottles of water there.
Okay. I
harm.
am
I
furiously
heal, you mean?
blessing all the water bottles. I kind of do like a mass bless. I'm like, y'all are holy now. And I take the hatchet and I take one of the bottles and I bust it open and I spray it all over the hatchet and then I throw it at the monster.
Yeah.
Nice.
Kick some ass.
Some ass. 10.
Woo!
The hatchet soars through the air and collides with the creature. How much damage does your...
Is it considered specialized because I put holy water on
Yeah.
it? 4 harm.
Bam. Take that,
The
Andy.
creature screams and kind of sucks itself into the hole that it had made in the ground and disappears.
Oh.
That's not great.
It screams and then goes into a hole.
The hole that it had ripped in the ground.
In the ventilation?
Yeah, and it disappears into there.
I go into the crew area and I turn on the suction vent thing that turns on all of the air,
You do that.
and it yeah,
Um,
I do that. That's you're right. Is there a button? I figure there's a button
you start pressing buttons and
Yeah.
like you do manage to get the air turned on,
because
but
it's really hot.
nothing happens.
Oh, quick question. The ongoing. plus 1 ongoing. When does that apply?
+1 ongoing as long as you're pursuing the same course of action.
Okay.
So was it +1 ongoing for...
She says, I know my prey. I get +1 ongoing when you knowingly investigating, pursuing, or fighting the breed of monster that caused your loss.
Cool.
Okay, that's just... I have to remember that.
So
Can I get one of those holy bottle waters?
I toss one over.
it suddenly gets really quiet on the plane as everybody starts to like get up. There's a lot of body parts around here.
Nothing we haven't seen
And
before.
the pilot's just like, we need to, like, we're working on landing this thing. We're going to bring this down now. There's a place for us to land close by that we can do this safely. We're going to start the descent. Everybody just stay calm. And they start... she runs back into the cockpit. She doesn't even bother closing the door, and you see them start like fiddling with things, and they start lowering the plane. It's in this moment that all of the lights go out, including the emergency lights, and the plane starts to shake. And the voice comes on the radio again, and it's like, guys, this isn't turbulence.
Oh.
I'm gonna just like search with my flashlight just around the area looking for movement.
As you're searching...
Oh, I'm actually gonna ask a question.
Okay.
Going back all to the beginning, connecting the dots. When and where will the next critical event occur?
Right now, above you. So as you look up...
Does that mean that I kind of have this psychic awareness of where it's going to
I'm
happen?
going to give you, because of that, I'm going to give you a +1 to your roll. As through the top of the plane, you see these tendrils start to move through the wall and reach out towards you, and they grab you and they lift you off the ground.
What?
What do you do?
So I'm being lifted off the ground by tentacles, and I can tell that the monster's like up here so far away.
Yeah.
I'm going to take out the water bottle that's holy, and just kind of like, and with my shotgun, just like toss the water bottle towards the monster and then shoot the water bottle.
Roll kick some ass and give yourself a +1 to that roll.
Nice.
9.
All right.
Oh, but you have...
Oh wait, 10.
Okay, you do what you set out to do. So with 10, actually with a kick some ass roll, you get to choose one of those bonus features.
With the kick some ass.
You gain
And then is it like a
damage.
bonus because it's holy water?
You'll do more damage, yeah. You'll do
Right.
2 additional harm to it.
So kick some ass on a 10+. I gain the advantage. Take +1 again. You inflict terrible harm. Suffer less. Will I suffer any harm in this case?
If you're kicking ass, you will suffer harm, yeah.
Okay, then I'm gonna inflict terrible harm.
So to do 1 more harm
Mamma
onto it.
jamma. Yeah.
So you get to add an additional, so it's your shotgun blast,
Yeah.
+2 for the holy water, +1 for your 10.
Okay. So 3 for the shotgun blast, +3 bonus.
That's
so
6. So you blast it,
Yeah.
and you actually, the gunshot takes part of the top of the plane out and just like cracks it, and the air starts getting sucked out, and you see the monster start to emerge in front of you, and it wraps its tendrils around you, and you start to feel them start to pierce into your body as well, and it does 3 harm to you.
Can I protect him?
Yes.
Okay. I'm going to protect someone, but I'm going to use my special ability because I'm not going to roll. And it's going to be a 10+, but I can't suffer little harm.
So what do you choose to do when you protect somebody?
Essentially, I'm going to, like, you said the tendril's coming down and has him,
Yeah,
right?
it's holding him, and it's about to, like, try to devour
I'm going
him.
to leap onto the tendril, and I'm going to essentially, like, take my assault rifle and try to, like, shoot it close range, but I'm trying to, like, distract it from, like, hurting.
So the blast breaks a hole in the top of the plane, and you jump in, knocking Jasper out, and the tendrils wrap around you. And you want to inflict harm on it? as well with your, or you're just blasting it?
I guess it said that to distract him. I mean, if you let me do harm, I will.
So the options are: you hold the enemy back, you inflict harm on the enemy. All impending danger is now focused on you.
Ooh, gosh, I want to inflict harm on it.
All right. So you start firing your assault rifle, and it starts blowing holes through the monster and through the top of the plane as well. The monster is now going to do harm to you, and it does 3 harm to you.
So that 3 harm that I was going to take?
You don't take it.
I just don't
She
take
knocked
it.
you out of the way, and now the tendrils like go into like pierce through her body and do 3 harm. But as it's trying to absorb you, it gets sucked through the little hole in the plane,
I'm holding her leg.
and you're holding her leg.
German, I got you!
It's at this moment that a voice comes on the radio and it's like, "We are going down." Everybody, and like the little air masks fall out from the ceiling, and everybody's like, "We're going for an emergency landing."
Grab one of the air masks and I put it on and I say, "Now you!" And I put
Nice.
one on Jasper.
Tori's like,
Yeah. So everybody,
So first, then the children.
everybody gets into their seats, and they all are like trying to sit down. The monster, you actually see one last tendril come through, and it's like trying to hold on to the plane, but it's been sucked out of it, and it's like flying down. The plane is going down fast. Steve, what are you doing?
I'm gonna beeline it for the cargo hold,
Okay.
and I'm going for my car. old,
My precious.
old. What am I gonna call her?
Bessie.
Bessie.
Yeah.
Old Bessie, and I want to make it to the car.
Tori rips her mask off and is like, "Steve, you need to strap yourself in."
I'm gonna. I have really good seatbelts. They're brand new.
The plane starts like
you have
pieces of the plane are getting like sucked up to the ceiling. One of the seats actually
I have
like
an airbag,
clogs it
so I'm not worried.
for a second. You make it down to the cargo hold. What do you do?
I strap myself in.
All right. The back part of the plane rips off. And you are now in your car looking at just air.
Am I forward or backwards?
You're facing the air. And the plane is, they're trying to level it out, but it's not going well.
Is it pretty high?
You're still a little high up, but you can
Are
see
we
the ground
over
coming in
ground or
fast.
air?
You are
or
over
water?
You look. It looks like you're over snow. All you see is snow beneath you.
Nice. That'll make for a soft landing.
I turn it on.
Oh, this is
Yeah,
Fast and the
turn it
Furious
on.
9.
yeah,
and,
and
and I go. I raise my glasses, and then I lower them again, and then I step on the gas, and I drive out the back of the plane.
Nice. And Vin Diesel's there.
roll. Act under pressure.
Familia.
I say, "Come on, girl, you always wanted to fly," and I get a 13.
It's like the scene from Grease where they're.
Yeah.
You drive out the back of. I can't. Okay. You drive out the back of the plane, and you start to plummet. We cut back. That was your roll to see if you successfully drove out the back of the
Yeah.
plane, and you did.
Nailed it.
Jasper and Truman, the plane is about to make contact with the ground. I want you both to roll Act Under Pressure to see how this goes for you.
Not well.
11.
Luck point.
You use a luck point?
Don't die.
Yeah.
The plane smashes into the snowy fields and starts sliding across it, bits of it breaking off. Both of you take 2 harm.
I'm dead.
Luck point?
Luck point! Yeah, good thing. Yep, luck point because I have 5 damage to me already.
Yeah. You're not going to make it through a plane crash without taking some harm.
Yeah.
But they managed to actually do a moderately successful landing considering the state of things. It's quite a surprise. During the plane breaking apart, though, when you guys see it make contact, you're both strapped in with your gas masks, and you see half of the plane, the side opposite yours, get ripped open, and you see Richard, the
reporter.
the reporter, goes flying out the side of the plane.
You didn't care at all.
Today's tough story.
Interview me.
Thanks for your pencil.
Tori
I want that
gets
fedora.
ripped out the side of the plane as well.
Oh, down in the line of
The
duty.
pilots, the front of the plane, you see it get like impacted hard, and you just see like debris and snow fill through the cockpit. It looks like you two might be two of the only survivors, as well as Edna.
First
Where's
class,
Steve?
baby.
Every-
yeah.
Everybody in the back.
That's what I meant.
Steve!
Yeah, Steve. Where's Steve?
I said with the oxygen mask still on.
Yeah.
Steve!
How many mimosas can we take?
You guys. So you guys.
Something mimosa mix.
How much? How much?
Where's
Health?
the mimosa mix?
I have 2 more.
You have 2 more. What health are you at?
I have 3 more health.
So you guys are both pretty beaten up.
I need
As
a
you're
hospital. I need a hospital.
As
bed.
you're climbing out of the plane, you are wounded and there are broken bones. You are bloodied and bruised. You climb out of the plane that is now just like a smoldering wreckage. And as you look around, you see about 100 feet in front of you, there is a car sticking out of a snowbank.
I rush over to it.
I like to
Steve!
think. I like to think as I exited the plane, I turned on my my tarp slash.
You fixed the roof.
Yeah. Well, no, I kept it a tarp, but
Ah.
it turned into a semi parachute, which which glided me down to safety.
Just a little
That's
bit
why you
slower
kept-
than
yeah.
maximum velocity.
Steve, do you have the ability to take 2 more harm, or does that kill you?
You have a luck point.
I have a luck point.
Yeah.
All right.
And I like to think my airbag helped. too.
So you guys run over to the snowbank and you find Steve passed out against his airbag, music blaring,
the horn like on, like
yeah, and he's just
blinker going.
and
the
he
one
looks
blinker?
he looks
Windshield
rough.
wipers.
He has like he has a gash across his head. You don't tell him right away, but one of his arms is like bent in the complete wrong direction, and he's just there passed out against his horn. But
I just grab
Steve's
his hair and
duffel
lift
bag.
his head up.
Steve's duffel
fucking
bag is in the
annoying.
trunk.
Oh, good.
And it has some healing supplies in it.
Oh, good.
Nice.
I mean, we would have learned by now, I think. Yeah. I'm like still holding his head. I'm like, Jasper, get a first aid kit, please.
I'm like, I got it. I pop open the mimosa mix and just start pouring it into his mouth.
No.
Take it in ya.
Into my
Take it in
wound.
ya.
Steve, you come too.
Did I fly?
Not all of it.
Am I alive?
I think we're the only
You
ones
flew,
alive.
buddy. You flew.
I saved the car.
And it was beautiful.
Thanks.
I need to find a hospital. I think you also need to find a hospital.
We have to find the first Alaskan hospital. The first one we see.
You
Oh,
don't.
good thing I still have somebody on hold. Boop. Jasper 2, you
hear
still there?
Munching popcorn. Yeah, bud, what's up?
Oh, thank you for staying on the line. Listen, can you just look at my GPS and
Yeah.
see where the closest hospital is to us and maybe air vac or send a helicopter to us?
Oh, the nearest hospital's looks like about 100 miles or so.
Buddy, if you do this for me, I will send you
There's,
the latest edition of the Dungeons of Dragonheim merchandise.
do you see some, like, do you see a wooded area a little ways ahead of you?
Yes.
Okay, on the other side of that wooded area, if you just head, like, straight through it, like, north, on the other side, there's a research facility.
Oh, that's convenient.
I bet they'd have some supplies there.
Jasper 2, you are the best.
All right. Well, if there's anything else you need help with, just don't be afraid to give me a call, but I'm going to finish my show now with my friends.
All right, thanks. Love you.
Love you too.
Bye.
Guys,
Um,
I realized
Gotta walk this
something.
way, everybody.
I have some bad news.
What?
I didn't film any of that.
Every time.
it's at this moment as you guys grab your luggage and your duffel bag and your weapons and your gear and start marching off. You hear a sound coming from the plane.
Oh no.
Is it my horn?
This is the evil guy.
You see the entity still was latched onto the plane.
No.
And it lifts up, and as it does, you can see the bodies coming out of the plane and getting absorbed into it as it grows bigger and bigger. And then it kind of falls forward onto the ground again and stomps down with this huge foot and lets out a massive roar. And that
No.
is where we're going to end.
I was like, I take my assault rifle.
I know.
Do we run?
Well, we
Probably. Just
yes.
depends on
as
how-
long as my leg's not broken.
Yeah.
As long as it's my arm.
My arm's like bent in the weird way.
Yeah.
Yep.
If it's thick trees,
Yeah.
backwards
Backwards way.
Yep.
Good game, Kel.
Yeah.
That was
Thank you.
fun.
Man, that was fun.
That's
A little
hilarious.
bit different. Planes are weird. And for all those out there watching and
For all you
judging,
avionics experts.
yeah, for everybody who is really into aviation, I apologize for everything I got wrong. We're just going to go with it. This is the way my plane's built, and they had a fun adventure on a plane, and it was cool.
We did.
So,
Monsters on a plane.
monsters on a plane. Just wanted you guys to be in a situation where it would suck to be. You couldn't go anywhere.
Thank goodness for luck points. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
So thank you guys
And
so
we
much
get
for
all
playing.
our luck points
Thank you,
back.
Kel.
A special thanks to our cast, Jill, Mitch, and Joe. And also for a very special thank you to Kyle for keeping things
Yeah,
running.
Kyle!
He's the real hero.
Here's the. Here it is.
Bringing that big
Dream team.
Look at that.
We will be back with Dungeons of Drakkenheim, which is left at a really intense cliffhanger. Mm-hmm. And all of us are very excited to see what's going to happen next.
Yep.
So make sure to tune into that next Tuesday. Also, again, tonight's episode was brought to you by Nerdarchy. There's only a few days left in their Kickstarter for out-of-the-box encounters, so make sure to go check that out. Also,
Thank you again to Tabletop Audio. I saw some of the comments. People really like the ambient music. I think it's a really great way to elevate any of your RPG games. Tabletopaudio.com. It's all free. Check it out.
And be sure to visit our merch store on Teespring. So check out the links below, whether you're on YouTube or Twitch. You can check it out there, or go to bit.ly/Dungeon Dudes merch for all your favorite Drakkenheim and Dungeon Dudes stuff.
we also have a Patreon. So if you do enjoy the work that we do and you want to help support us, you can join our Patreon. You can start at $1 a month or whatever you feel like giving. And if you join our Patreon, you get access to our Discord where you can chat with all of us. Mitch isn't in there
I'll
yet.
be a special guest.
We're gonna
From
see.
dime to dime.
We're gonna see what happens with Monster of the Week. I'm excited to keep telling the story. I have a couple more episodes planned with these characters.
Yeah.
And what I want to do with Monster of the Week is I want to do short, little kind of movie-esque arcs. This arc has kind of just been me spitballing. I'm just kind of making stuff up. When I
Getting a
found out
feel for
Monty was leaving, I was like, I'll throw something together. So this kind of these chapters are a little bit strung together loosely, but I plan to do a few different arcs where you guys are going to make new characters. We're going to see what happens with Monster of the Week in the future. I'm sure that anytime Monty needs a break or goes on vacation or can't make it to a stream, I will opt to do one of these.
Yeah.
And we'll just kind of keep it rolling that way until we can actually work in like a second stream or something like that, which is a dream for the future someday.
Yay.
But we'll see how that goes. Until such a time, join us on Discord, join our Patreon if you so desire. And thank you guys so much for watching. I'm really excited to get back to Dungeons of Drakkenheim next week. Is there anything else? No, I don't think so. Cool. Thank you guys so much for watching, and we will see you next time
Thanks, everybody.
in the dungeon.
Bye.
Thanks for letting me play.